Hey, welcome back to another Mind on Mic podcast. I'm your host Shubs, here with a special guest in the building. Comes with a lot of bars and an interesting story. Overcome a lot of adversity in many ways. My boy Diggy Dialekt. What's good, my brother?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate the opportunity. You've been
Nah, it's
grinding
my
this
pleasure,
this
brother.
show out, so I've been enjoying watching the interviews.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Just for anybody that doesn't know and never heard of your brother, um, give us a little backstory. Where you came from, where you're born, all that stuff, raised, whatever you want to tap into.
Yeah. Was artist name is up there, but um, yeah, I was born in NT, so Northern Territory. Pretty
Oh,
much went from there to a little U.S. island called Guam,
mhm.
and yeah, man, spent most of my time there until till like high school, and then we came back here.
So how old are you when
So
you moved there? To Guam? Guam?
yeah, probably like I mean maybe like eight. Eight.
Oh
Yeah, my
yeah,
little brother Nate was 6, so I was 8.
yeah.
So I spent most of my time there.
How do you end up
Um,
over there?
just parents' job, man. People think that like every time I tell them, they think they're like you Navy or you like are
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
military
like in the
baby?
military or something, eh?
Yeah, yeah. But it's a just random place, man. Like um, like I think Jay Boogs might have spent some time out there. A rapper named Frost, he spent a bunch of time out in Guam, and that
Mm.
chick, Pia Mia, she did the
Oh,
she
she
did the
from there
remix.
too. She lived there.
Nice to nice to know ya, let's
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
again. That track is like she mentions Suicide Cliff, which is like a landmark in Guam. So yeah, bro, she mentions that in the record. Yeah.
Is the name literally Suicide Cliff for that reason?
So or Two Lovers Cliff, which is kind of like the more romantic way, I think she said. Which is probably the like more socially acceptable um
Yeah.
term. But the story behind that is, you know, a couple wasn't allowed to be together, so they tied their hair together and they jumped off the cliff, and they after that they
Oh,
called it Two Lovers Point.
oh
Um,
shit! That
yeah,
tied their hair together. Damn. Did they find them or
yeah,
not?
that's right. I don't even know, bro. Like that. That's
Nah.
like some urban legend shit.
Who even knows it was real? No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
right. It's in a
Sounds
song
cool.
now, so now
It
it's real,
sounds
dog.
cool, brother. It sounds cool, brother. That's for
Yeah,
sure. That's good.
yeah.
So,
Nah,
Guam,
yeah,
eight
so
years
Suicide
old.
Cliff, my bad. I was
Yeah.
that's from when there was Japanese versus American, and they
Oh,
would
I
they were,
see.
they were they were jumping off the cliff instead of being taken hostage and POV'd and whatnot. Yeah,
Understandable. Yeah, like fuck. Do I want to go through that?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
fair enough.
So
So
that
you,
was my upbringing.
yeah,
That's where I got into the music. I was all in the Mariana Islands, a little place called Saipan.
yeah,
Guam was my like pretty much my main spot, but shout out to all the islands over there, Tinian, Rhoda, Palau,
yeah,
Micronesia, Pacific, a
yeah.
lot of
Big
time.
puss. Let's go, my brother. That's really cool. So you coming up in Guam. What was life like in Guam? Or did you have much memories of the NT before you went to Guam?
Not really, man. So I was pretty young, so I don't really remember much. I seen photos, bro. Like it was really like underdeveloped uh
Mm,
when I was born there. Like I've been back since, and they got a whole city. They got like live performances, and so it's pretty dope now, bro. In Ghana. But I don't remember much, man. Uh, we spent a little bit of time in Alice. My brother was born in Alice Springs.
oh yeah, look,
And
I
I'm back.
worked out there for a little bit too, brother, in like some of the communities, doing fixing up
Yeah,
some of the infrastructure around there, some of
right.
those
Good shit.
communities. Alice,
Yeah,
bruh. She's
yeah.
a party out in Alice, cuz. Woo! She's a different party out there, baby.
Right.
Let's
It's
go.
lit out there, that's for sure. But
Yeah,
you
100,
know,
brother.
um,
It's a little,
yeah,
right? For sure.
it's one of them places people don't really mention, So
Yeah. Are you got any indigenous in you or anything like that, brother? Or
I do. My pop was stolen generation. So
oh, true.
my pop's grandfather was taken from his parents. He was about 5 and moved to an orphanage
Yeah.
in Perth. So we got sort of like roots, One Arm Point, Yamaji, Johnson
Yamaji.
Mob. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir. And yeah, man, like it's been cool, like finding out Well, it's been interesting, I should say, and eye-opening, finding out like the history behind stolen generation, and also generational trauma, which didn't make sense to me till later on in life.
Yeah,
How certain things might have affected me, and I didn't even really know it. Because it took
true.
a good time to figure out, where our roots came from. So
Yeah.
everything from alcoholism and certain sicknesses that come with man-made things like
Yeah.
alcohol and
Even the foods we
diabetes and
digest, eh?
whatnot.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
foods
that's
and
right.
stuff, brother. Western
Yeah,
diet. Yeah.
that's right. And I feel like Aboriginal people, their systems, they were living off the land for so long. Their systems weren't meant for that. For those
Nah,
poisons.
no way.
You know what I
Same
mean?
with my people. I'm Maori, brother. Same with ours. Like we got a high rate of diabetes. We didn't have
Yep.
exactly a stolen generation, but like my grandparents, bro, they were beaten for speaking our language. Which we spoke about
Yeah.
South Sydney just before my uncle, which is you've done a track with
Shut up.
like his parents' generation. My grand they get bashed for speaking the language. You know what I mean? Like ain't that long
Yeah,
ago.
that's right. Yeah.
Same shit, similar stuff. I think people don't realize that too, being Maori, that because our culture is so like we like the haka is famous and all of these things, and that it wasn't until the 80s that our language became an official language too. Like, and now people had to
Mm.
fight for that shit. So, yeah, props
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
you.
man. Everybody's had their fight in it.
Yeah, props to all the family and First Nations people that are in that space
Hell
trying
yeah,
to make
bro.
a change, bringing awareness. Like you said, you didn't know, but now you understand more
Yeah,
on how
sir.
things.
Like even like my not that I know a whole bunch of his history, but my dad's now dealing with diabetes, and my brother, he's a doctor, and he's up in Broome looking after all the Aboriginal
Yeah, the brew.
um and people. So shout out to him, DC sir. He's
Yeah,
another rapper in my group called 3NA.
yeah,
Um,
shout out to the bro.
Yeah, shout out to the bird. He's doing a lot of good shit, man. He's trying to change things and legislation and policy however he can, and the only way to do that is from the inside out.
Well, that's it, brother. From the inside out, cuzzy. Eh? Trojan horse that shit, baby.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
that's the way. I guess like so you don't have any memories of growing up in NT as much, but
Yeah.
Guam. Give me life in Guam. What was life in Guam like, or in the different islands where you were at? What was life like for you?
Crazy. Like it was initially it was a culture shock. Like we came from like we were just Aussie kids that dropped in the middle of nowhere, and this place had its own culture. And man, we was like the only white kids in school. So we already stood out. At least
Mhm.
from skin color. Like people don't know roots and stuff. They just look at like what they
Black
see,
fella,
right?
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
What kind
everything
of
is different,
people
bro.
are they? Just like polys? Like what's the people of Guam like, the natives? What are we looking at? Or Japanese style? What's the go?
Oh no, they Chamorros. So they're their own natives to Guam, the
Yeah,
Chamorros, and
tomorrow.
yeah, they're a mix of all sorts, man. But yeah, shout out to the Chamorro people, all the
How do you
homies
say it,
there,
brother?
bro. Like
How do you say it? Tomorrow.
Chamorro, yeah.
You spelled it.
So it's CHAMORRO.
Oh,
Chamorro,
tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Chamorro, half a
Yeah,
day. You know what I mean? Shout out,
yeah.
shout out to all the
What's half a
man,
day?
too
What's that
many to
mean? What's
name,
half
bro.
a day? Was that the
Huh?
boys? Is that the boys? Is that the boys
Now
or the?
half a day is just like hello, you know what I mean? But
Ah,
it's
half a
like,
day. Let's go, half
come
a
on,
day,
man.
baby.
Yeah, half a day, baby. Yeah, yeah. That's what you get in the airport.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to.
We gonna push that
So
tourism shit.
yeah, hard. Get some people back to Guam. Obviously, Guam. So how old are you? So you're 8 years old. Get there in these islands. What's life like? Obviously, only like you said, white boys. Skin color wise, obviously still black fellas.
Yeah,
And in the school. But what do you get up to? You just go swimming a lot. Just go, or is it sort of
yeah.
hood?
There's a lot of tropical, man. There's the ocean is beautiful out there. There's a little island in off Saipan called Managaha, and beautiful, man. Like it's just like having your own little Great Barrier Reef. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
that floral coral. And
yeah.
like we would just get out there, bro, and just swim for as long as we could go because it's just you know, it's just reef and it's shallow. And yeah, bro, pretty good fishing, you know, good just like from a visual perspective.
Yeah.
So there's that side, and but you know, the school we initially went to was like ghetto as hell.
Oh,
You know,
true.
like yeah, bro, and it was like our first taste too. So you know, like and first week, like the um basketball courts getting shot up and shit, and we didn't even know any of
Oh,
that.
like
So
that kind of ghetto. Real
yeah,
America.
bro.
It's America.
Yeah, yeah, man. Inside Islander shit, you know what I mean? But
True.
yeah, so
Wow.
like yeah, man. But I mean, every place has its nice areas,
100%.
and
Yeah.
you will look at Guam or maybe not Saipan. Saipan is just ghetto, but you will look at Guam and you will think like, oh, that's a dope tourist island and shit. But nobody really. I mean, people don't go to certain parts of the island unless you're like, you know, from there or you
Yeah.
know people that bring you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we kind of got into the music and shit. All the cellos out there, like shout out, like they kind of like brought us in under the fact that you know we were like we spent a whole bunch of time on our pen games. Me and my brother Nate started going in the ciphers
Yeah.
and kind of got introduced like that. And because we kind of came up young there, you know, it's like how New York looks at Mobb Deep and Prodigy. Like he wasn't from the project, but
Yeah.
you know he got that part. Or you know, like Tupac, he wasn't from LA, but
No,
you
but he
know
got that love.
people embraced that because he represented it so hard.
Oh, that's cool though that you've got that love too though, brother. Yeah, from
Yeah,
your
man.
boys and man. So
Yeah.
who what kind of influences did you have? Like who was your biggest influences growing up when it came to the pen or when it came to music in general?
Man, at first it was like my own people's like they would just I would just get like copies of CDs in the hood, like with the you know, like the market on it, and you'd be like,
Mixtape.
damn, what the hell is this, bro? You go put it in
Yes.
the Discman and you just sit there and you just you just study it, man. You would just study it for months because it's not like you have access to Spotify where you can just like you might spin like half an album and then go to something else because your mind is sidetracked. Um,
Yeah.
but first one of the first like hip hop records after the usual, like after the normal, like Ice Cube, like America's Most Wanted, and all those ones that he started like right when I was coming up. It was the time that he was coming out of NWA.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
I was really feeling his like sort of records, but even local guys, a dude named Rome's, Asiatic, um, Correspond, Nicky Knox, all those guys, they were kind of like they were pushing that local shit, and to me, in my head, it was just as dope as any of the outside stuff, you know,
Yeah.
because it had its own flavor.
Yeah, for sure. The Guam.
Yeah,
Is it any of the boys like made it like somewhere like out of Guam, like from the rap scene? Besides
yeah, man,
yourself?
yeah. All the homies are out in LA mostly.
Oh, sure. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a few out in Washington. My homie Rome's is in Maryland. My homie Will's I think he's in Hollywood right now, but they kind of like move all over. So
Yeah.
that gave me like an extra channel when I was like going out and working with Cypress Hill. I would just go stay with them, and like they'd have the studio, they had the free weed because it's like you know it's like alcohol here, and
Yeah.
you know
100.
just everybody was creatively minded, so we would just it was dope to have that. You know, like Guam is like directly everybody goes to the States. No one really stays there unless like you get into work there, but um, they end up you know mostly in the West Coast.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was that link, that LA link as well. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, they're still out there, bro. Man, I've been out there like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
We work on music every time I'm there, and yeah, it's dope as hell.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was your first like do you remember your first I don't know first song you ever wrote? Do you still got that? Like do you
The
remember it or
first
any part?
bar just stuck in my
Yeah, first
head.
bar,
It's like
first
you
bar that you can remember.
just by you can't see me, I'm deadly like AIDS, like the serenade. That something like that. That was my
Yeah,
first bar.
let's get diddly like AIDS.
Yeah. You know them like real simple simile shit where you're like, I'm hot like a set of matches. You know, like
Yeah,
just that real like basic shit where you're just trying to figure out, you know. you know, like your lyricism and whatnot. But
It's good.
that wasn't even entendre, bro. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
double A, no triple A's to that shit. But,
No triple, but just yeah.
nah,
But that's better than Cat in the Hat anyway, cause it's good.
that's right, bro. I kept that shit to myself.
I
My
like
man.
it, man. Well, man, brother. And at what age do you start like at what age do you start actually like recording this shit? Like you might have, obviously you put it playing with the pen for a bit, but
Yeah, man. I think first like studio track we recorded was like 15. Yeah.
15.
So we were all saving money in high school to uh like, you know, spend 2 hours to do one song, you know,
Yeah.
a 32
And like
track or
in
whatever it
the Guam
was.
studio. And one
Huh?
of the studios there in Guam, in a studio there in Guam somewhere, or
Yeah, they were
Saipan.
recording it to tape and whatnot,
Yeah,
you know. Which had that warmer sound. Sometimes I like to go back and listen to
you still
that
got that?
tape sound. Man, to be honest, bro, I didn't even have half my music. I didn't even know where it all is. Like I worked on so much music. Like this shit here is like oh shit, everything's backwards. Like all my album releases, but everything in between, man. Like there'd probably be 1,000+ songs out there. So it'd be nice one day, man. Just I feel like maybe when I die, people start coming out with records that, you know, they're just holding on and I found that dialect track or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's it, brother. So, where's the name dialect? We will obviously I understand what a dialect is, but what is the name? Where's that originate from for you, or what inspired the name dialect? So,
I mean, because I was a kid from Australia in like a US, you know, in US, like coming up with my own musical style and like having a mixture of different vowels and vocal sounds and how I spoke was a mixture of all different influences and things like that. So, like dialect meaning tone of speech, which I call my first album. I was like, man, that's like perfect summary of
mm,
who I am as an artist. I feel like just so many influences in one big boiling pot. Um, you know, and being like when I'm in a city, man, I really get in there like musically, and you know, I hit the ground, and I just like I really like study that shit. And you know, being from Guam, I was like, oh, a mix. Like my voice was all types of fucked up. So when it came to my accent, I should say, when it came to rapping, bro, I was like, I'm
yeah,
gonna rap like my homies. I'm gonna rap like I speak in school. I'm gonna rap like how I
yeah,
was taught. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Which has always been like a little bit of a challenge being in Australia because they're all on this like, or if you don't rap how you talk, you're fake, and
yeah.
they just look at it as simple as that. And I don't think it's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
Nah, hell no,
Uh,
because it's an art
it's not
form,
as
brother.
simple
Like,
as that, bro.
nah, 100%.
Yeah,
Like, even though you might be speaking a lot of your own truth, you're also playing a character, brother. You know what I mean? Even though you are you and you whatever, still an art form, brother. You know what I mean? Like, there's work that goes into it. Like, but a lot of them probably don't understand inflections and like finding your voice and all of this. Like, just most of the
yeah,
people that I've heard here say that, like, oh, he just raps like an American or this and that.
yeah.
Ugh, who cares?
But you
Yeah.
know what's funny, bro? When I go to the States, they don't say that I sound American.
Yeah, of course
So
they do, brother. Because
you know
like,
what I mean?
yeah,
They're like, yeah, because
100.
it's not. And like you go hear someone really in the States and they're spitting and shit, like they're curling certain vowels and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. And it's like being like a triple degree black belt in, you know, like Taekwondo, and then, you know, people and then, you know, moving to another like dojo, and then, you know, like, or moving to another city or whatever, and then people say, oh, now you got to do like Wing Chun or something, you know, and
Yeah.
if you don't, then you fake as fuck, or you know, so.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, this is my story. This is how I grew up.
I like
So
it, brother. I
I
like
have
it.
the right to choose to sound however I want behind the mic.
100%, brother.
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
you do.
So fuck
But
them.
no,
You know, on
but
some like,
even
I'm not some negative shit, but yeah.
nah, bro, fuck them. 100, fuck them all. Fuck them all backwards every way. Yeah,
Mm.
fuck them. Yeah,
if that's
but
all you gotta say, bro, like come up with some new shit to hate on me with, you know?
yeah,
Like
like, oh, it's just
they
kind of
never
very,
come up with nothing. Like they never think. Why they never speak about the bars or the metaphors or the lyrics or the
yeah.
wordplay or the entendres and shit? Like it's always
Let's
like,
go, brother. Air it
yeah.
out, cuz air it out, my brother. Let's go. I
About to
like it.
get me started. You might get me in a battle mode
Yeah,
real quick.
let's go, brother. Fucking hell. Don't bet on me. You give me a hiding. Yeah. I ain't no rapper
Yeah.
cuss, so cuss potato. No, no, no. No, no.
Nah.
You know,
So yeah,
even though we all
that's
think we
where the
can rap a
name
little bit,
was that.
even though we all think we can rap a little bit sometimes. I said I ain't
I
no
mean,
rapper.
yeah. I mean, I respect anybody that gives it a go, you know,
Mm,
and has the
100%.
confidence to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of it, I remember the track you did with JR back in the day, Jeremiah Ramil. Remember the track you did with
So
the
flatline, yeah,
eh? Bro,
flatline,
yeah, but back in the days, yeah. Well,
yeah.
JR and I came up. I like grew up around JR in high school and stuff.
All
I
right,
used to listen to him
all
too.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out JR.
Shout out to the bro. One
Yeah, I
one
caught
of
up with
the
him maybe
most
last.
skilled lyricists I've ever fucking come across, brother. In my time, just the bro was on as a young buck anyway. When I was a young buck, I thought he was the man.
Bro,
Around
he was like real hungry, like when he came in the studio, and we were just because we were doing like some red and mesh shit, we were just like penning bars there on the spot.
yeah.
So it was like, you know, when you play chess and shit and you play it and you gotta hit that, you gotta click with that clock right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how we were doing it with our bars.
yeah.
And you know what I mean? And he said he probably hate me for this, but he says that his brothers always, you know how you like get ammunition on your brothers. That his brothers always like when they say some sly shit to him, and say, "Hey, remember that one time Dialekt burned you on that?" And he always talking that
Let's
shit.
go, Junior.
He gets
Let's
still
go,
pissed off about it, right? But
Junior.
nah, his shit was like, man, he had his like own style, man. His energy was crazy, bro. And the way his punch, way he did his punches and stuff. And but we ran out of beat, so I think I only got half a verse. So because we just wanted to keep going, and then ATP was like, "Hey, the beat is finished, man. Like you got to finish your verse like halfway through." So my verse finished, you know, halfway through because Homeboy took a few more bars on his piece. I think they go, bro, that's a 20 bar, man. I thought we were doing like 16 or 8 back and forth, dog. Shout out JR though, bro. He's
Shout out
like one of
JR,
the I
man.
hold him like really high as a lyricist, man.
Bro,
Really
always
high.
like he's a brother of mine, fucking always, man. Like always, like I said, I lived with the guy when I was coming up, like just as a human being, brother. We we
Yeah.
vibed on a lot of shit. You know what I mean? That
Hell
goes back to
yeah.
like I said, yeah, no, legend, brother. Like of a human, brother. He helped me out in a lot of spots, just
Sorry.
someone to lean on, brother. Like just to conversate. You know what I mean? Growing up, like I knew him when I was a teenager, brother. Like so yeah, shout out to JR, shout out to the brother
Shout
Junior.
out JR, man. Check his shit
Jumbo,
out,
my
bro.
brother,
Like, he's
Jumbo.
mad underrated. Mad
Bye.
underrated artist, man.
Yeah, 100%, brother. Even some of the old beat camp stuff too. Bars on
Mm.
there too, and some mad like you said, energy as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you start dropping bars and start recording at 15, and then you obviously when's the move go from Guam to where do you go from there? Like how long are you in there till you move back to the down under? Like
Um,
what age?
well, from 8 until grade 10.
Oh,
So
that's
for
it.
me,
And then you come back.
yeah, yeah. I came back for high school.
Vital period though. That period, like of
Yeah,
like
man. That's where you like molding as a person, and you know, like we got stuck into the music pretty early on too. So,
yeah. So what,
um,
straight back to NT or
oh no, it was like long but short story. NT, Alice Springs, where
yeah,
my brother Nate one was born. Shout out,
yeah,
because Nate sounds like real indigenous. Sometimes you hear him rap.
yeah,
He's got that nasally sound, right?
yeah,
Like old
yeah,
school, like
yeah. Got the
Alice
bala.
Springs Aboriginal fellas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's his natural voice, man. People are like, he kind of sounds, you know, like this artist or that artist. I was like, nah, bro, that's his, like, whatever's going on in his nose, that's how he raps, bro. You know, so and then we went from Alice Springs to Wagga Wagga,
Oh, Wagga.
Wagga Wagga. And then spent a little bit of time like Sydney areas. Some of my cousins on my dad's side are from Liverpool and those surrounding areas. And then jumped from there to Guam.
Oh, back again.
No, like that was so before we moved to Guam, that was all the
Yeah.
like cities. The
Oh,
places
okay.
we
And
lived
then,
in. Yeah.
yeah, to Guam.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
so hold up. So hold up. I fucked up. So what age did you actually move to Guam? Sorry.
like I was like 8.
Yeah, but 8, and then you moved back in year 10, and then where do you go?
I stayed here for a while. And
Perth.
then
Oh, yeah.
then we moved back. So we moved back
Oh,
after I
then back
finished
to
high
Guam.
school. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was confused. I was like, bro, you put like your shit changed your accent and was that fucked up just from those years? So I'm like, oh, okay, so you moved back. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long?
I mean, if you look
You
at it like my accent was fucked up. Say I'm 8, right? So maybe I go into school at what is it like?
5? Was it 4? Yeah, 5 years, 6,
Yeah.
something like
So year 6, yeah, maybe year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9.
that.
Let's just
Yeah,
say 5 or 6 grades I spent
yeah.
over there before I came back. And then I finished high school. So really only high school was like from year 10 to maybe grade 12 year.
Yeah.
And then we
Whereabouts
went
was
back. Applecross. It's
Oh,
Applecross.
true. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Flash, brother. Fucking
Uh,
hell. Hey, is it a
it
Flash
wasn't
one?
at the time, bro. You should see them demountables, man. I
Oh,
was trying
no,
to
not
send you
back
some
then.
photos. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
It was
true.
different back then, bro. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
true.
flash as hell. Once they knocked it down, I know it's like a tennis, like a scholarship.
Yeah. I thought like, oh,
Yeah,
big ball and apple cross. Let's go.
yeah, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
even there.
nah, I'll send you some photos, bro. You tripped out because they like knocked it down and whatnot. But
Yeah, 100. Key.
made it all special.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah.
so what year is this, brother? Like when you come back, year 10, like what year in
Man,
the Gregorian calendar?
now you got me fucked up. I don't even know
Yeah.
dates. I don't.
What do you
My
reckon?
head is all twisted with
What
dates.
period do you reckon? Around like in the
So
Gregorian calendar.
I mean, I remember we were in the biggest typhoon at the time ever recorded, and that was like 97, 98. And that was Typhoon Paka,
Oh yeah.
and that blew the hell out of the island. That like knocked my entire school down, knocked a lot of the friends' houses down. Like the parties was like crazy. Once the coconuts start flying like bullets and shit,
Oof.
deadly.
Bro,
Um,
coconuts hurt too, cuz
Bro,
shit.
that take your head clean off, man. A coconut,
Straight up.
like a cannonball at that speed, 250 miles per hour winds.
Later, Bob.
Game over, dog.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, so man, I couldn't even tell you dates, bro. I might have to get back to you on that one. Like,
Well, let's figure it out.
96.
What's the age now? No.
So we work backwards. So probably 98. I came back 99. Was I here for? Maybe I came back just before Y2K.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 1999 now. What we gonna do? Let's go.
Yeah, man. Cleveland, where we come from. Yeah.
Yeah, Y2K, bro. Some people, I remember that shit. Like, I remember that shit thinking like, the whole world's gonna end, buzz. And then I just remember when it didn't happen. Then I was like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, I was only a kid though, bro. When that happened,
Yeah,
so I was like
yeah,
8,
yeah.
9, or
Because
9.
the climax is all for no reason, man. It's just like, what the hell?
Yeah. And then not long
Can't
after
stop
that,
it.
9/11 starts happening, and then you're like, there's some shady shit that goes on out here. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
start
Yeah, I mean,
questioning,
it could all been a distraction, as far as we know,
fucking
over
knife.
some look over
No
there
doubt.
and some shit's
No,
happening here.
hey, it's always look over there. Let's go, brother. It's like, oh,
You were like, I don't get. Go ahead.
I see this one.
There you go.
It was like one of those American Indian, no, sorry, Native American brothers. I don't know what, whether it's Comanche, whatever he come from, one of those tribes. And he said they
Right.
taught us they they taught us to pray with our eyes closed, and when we opened them, we looked up and they had our land and we had their Bible. I was like, holy Richie. Like those ones, like,
Ooh,
you know, there was like, for me there was
mm,
bars, because like being Maori,
yeah,
and
man.
even and also you know, even yourself, like put into missions and that shit rammed into people's throats, brother. It's like and then being you know, obviously poly, and you go around to some of the islands and you see how much of a stronghold it has on these islands. I'm thinking like, oh, I don't hate anybody, believe what you want, bruv, but for me, bro, I was like, gee, they use this to fucking tell us our religions were myths, or our belief systems were myths, mythology,
Yeah,
right? Maori
yeah,
mythology, whatever, Greek, blah blah blah. I was like, brah, they really pimped us, G. You know what I mean? They really done
yeah,
us.
man.
That's what I believe. Anyway, I was just like, shit, they got him.
That's heavy,
They
bro.
got him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been interested to know, like, you know, I'm still learning about my own culture. So, like,
Yeah.
you
Me
know,
too.
when I hear you say some things like that, man, I just know there's a deep history to it. And I got a lot of
Yeah.
time. I got a lot of you know, Samoan and Māori friends, and you know, like even Tongan friends and shit. And they always give me some new knowledge and stuff like about how they came up.
Yeah, and I think that's like just thinking about it all like in its entirety, but like, because like I've had these conversations with my own relations that are either Samoan, Tongan, or even Maori that are believe in, you know, follow that path, and that's fine. That's their choice, but I don't hate on anybody at all. But it's
Mm.
always or if that didn't come here, then we maybe we would have been Jewish, or maybe or Islam, or like, or what was just would have been something. I was like, yeah, whatever. But for me, knowing that one, the doctrine of discovery, which was ordained by the Catholic Church to any of the nations from Europe that went to different places and invaded. If it wasn't a Christian nation, it could be, you know, it was pretty much like they said, terra nullius. So pretty much, you know, you could take over and claim it for the church. Obviously, Henry VIII in back in the days, I can't remember the year, but his marriage wasn't annulled by the Pope at the time. And he said, because there was a lady that couldn't bear him children. So he said to the Pope, well, fuck you. I'm going to start my own religion. Just take a few of your stuff, of your Catholic stuff, and I'm just going to make the Church of England, which became Anglican, which a lot of other
Right,
churches were ripped off. But it's all from the same tree. And under the same thing, like the doctrine of discovery, go to lands that aren't, you know, I can't remember how it goes verbatim. I'm just paraphrasing the fucking thing, but that's pretty much the
right,
gist of it.
right.
Go and invade and take over them, and then you could get rid of their fucking belief systems and force
Yeah,
this down there.
create a new
So
one.
me
Yeah,
knowing that, but I can't vibe with it on a personal level, like, you know.
yeah,
But if you do, that's for choice. But yeah, so for me, just understanding that, and then also thinking, oh, so like, because you know, I had these conversations with some of my boys, and they'll be like, yeah, but like we were told like if without them, like we wouldn't have had a good life. It's like, of course you'd fucking tell people that if you wanted them to believe that
yeah.
and stay colonized. like,
Right.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
like,
anybody to get him to join the religion. Yeah,
yeah. You know, or like to believe that you know you're better off without them. Like, for example, the example of like that we live longer. In my head, brother, I can't fathom how with a Western diet and alcohol, and don't get me wrong, I indulge in all of it, cuz I'm not saying I don't. Fucking oath. Up to
yeah,
KFC.
yeah.
No, don't mind the fucking drink too, brother. You know what I mean? Here and
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
But you can't
Uber
tell
Eats
me
in
that.
the bond. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, brother. You can't tell me with these diabetes, these cancers, and all of that our people fucking like couldn't live longer than, like, you know, come on, bro. Like the only reason you do a lot of the time is like that we live in houses now, and so we don't have to like rummage for shelter, or like, you know, we don't have to daily fight and grind to fucking just to have shelter and all of that stuff. So like I get
Yeah,
that would knock away a lot of the loose ends, not loose ends, but just people that are stragglers that have been left
yeah, that's
behind,
right.
you
Yeah,
know.
certain things integrated into society to knock off the weak.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
as
hard. That's
well.
like,
Sometimes
yeah,
to a degree, but you
But
know,
I think that our diets, and when all we did was live off the land, all of our people, your people, Maoris, we
that's
all
right.
did. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
and what's the most like promoted for you to like clean your body is that be organic and eat shit that's straight from the land. You know, whether it's whether it's the fucking beast that's grown from the land that's fucking looked after properly, or it's
that's
the
right.
because they don't have the emotions that are obviously like, you know, crazily farmed animals do.
Yeah,
And yeah, nah, it's just yeah for me. No. That's where I sit on that anyway. But always open to learn more knowledge like yourself, brother. Wipe out for life here. You know,
that's right, bro. Like knowledge is power, and if you know if you don't if you're not constantly with it, they can eradicate you pretty quickly. So
Yeah, well, that's it, brother. And
if they want to, like I always saw, like COVID, me and my brothers were like, if this shit turns real bad, because we didn't know how bad it was gonna get. Like, we know how we're gonna survive off the land when everybody else is like
go back
fighting
to
over
old
toilet
school,
paper
yeah.
rolls.
Go
And
back
shit,
to your
you
peoples.
know?
That's it.
Exactly. We'll go to a plot. We already know the plot of land we're going to. We're going to set up electric fences just in case motherfuckers start turning into zombies. Sharpen them spears, start growing our own food, and like I feel like people only panic when they realize that they need to do something other than what the government tells them how to live. And when they got to start making their own rules and shit, then they like, shit, I know nothing, man. Like, they
Yeah, I don't
will
know
take the time
nothing.
to educate themselves.
Yeah, hard, but like myself, like we grew up hunting and fishing and diving back home, brother. But so like that stuff that's sort of innate, like it's born in us. We grew up doing it. But then I think about it. I know people who their mothers, grandfathers, all the way back to like Europe have lived in cities forever. Like pretty not forever, but like for hundreds of years, bruv. And they ain't never hunted. And I'm like, bah, like when it comes to that, cause like
Yeah,
hopefully you got some other skills we can bar our skills and shit together. Otherwise, like you're gonna get left behind, cuzzy. Yeah, you're
yeah,
gonna get left behind
yeah,
if it gets to the dark ages.
yeah,
If,
bro.
if
Yeah,
the apocalypse hits and the power goes out and we all gotta, you're gonna be the
that's
first
right.
meat. If we run out of peace, you're gonna be the first people start eating. No, 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 no.
But that's just one thing about losing weight. You the skinniest motherfucker on the block, you might be the last one to get eaten.
Yeah.
You
I don't know. It's not much on there, cuz.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you be the last one to get
Yeah,
eaten.
yeah. Hard as
They're gonna hold back, but
yeah. 100, brother. 100.
yeah. But
How
even
long?
with the food now, man, like I don't even know, like the vegetables and shit. Like people choose that as a healthy way to eat, and then they're spraying it with poisons anyway.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
it's like,
Spraying the fucking sky with poison, baby.
yeah.
Forget.
So like, what do you really eat? Yeah, it's a vegetable, but
Yeah.
how's that vegetable been treated? What's it doing to your body? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
even those seeds before you even go, like, but even if you planted them yourself and you've covered them from being sprayed in there, where did the seeds come from? Like, are they where did those
there
seeds
you
come
go,
from
man.
too, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
It's deep, and you know what it is because they don't want us fucking going to those, bro. They don't want us going to this. I don't know if it was back in the days, but when I grew up, even when I came over here, I remember seeing like you could roll past a fruit tree or something like that, grab a little something. There ain't none of them around now, like
Oh,
just
yeah,
random trees and shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We could just
yeah,
read them. They don't exist. Hey, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Not random ones, like just in the
yeah.
fucking when you're walking and shit. Like
Yeah.
someone's property maybe, but yeah, like but
I think
they
we just
spray the
need to go back home and start scaling coconut trees, bro. That's
let's go, baby.
I get to
Yeah,
work to start scaling up them fucking trees.
yeah, that's it, brother. Love it.
But what the hell is this white boy doing?
Yeah, I forgot about that life. How long? So how long you go back after high school?
Yeah.
And then how long you in Guam then for? Like after you go
Oh,
back or in the
man,
area?
that was like years and years, man. Like maybe like another 5, 10 years.
Oh, true. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when I got asked to come back out, um, so I was moving. I was back and forward. I had a girl here at one stage, and I was like,
And the girl
dumbass.
there?
I had a girl here that was coming back for a dumbass, you know. And I had this beautiful island, bro, and I was flying back here to Perth just to see her. And I was here, and then they were like, um, I had just put my first album out called Tone and Speech, and one of the songs just happened to go big on Power 98, which is the station out there called Summertime, and it was a track dedicated to Guam. So you could probably go and hear that if you just on my Bandcamp or Spotify.
Yeah.
It's Dialekt Summertime, and
Summertime. Check it out.
Summertime, bro. And if like even if you're not from like the islands, bro, you still jam with it because it's got a sample from what's it called? Shining Star. You are
Oh, true.
my shining star. Don't you
No,
go away. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but that was like just a fucking winning type of record. And it ended up beating like Gwen Stefani, and at the time, her song was Bananas, and I think
yeah,
maybe 50s was in Candy Shopper, and it beat them out on the Guam radio and got to #1. So I got a call to be like, oh, ATT or AT&T want to use Summertime as one of their ringtones, and we got Exhibit coming out to Guam, so we want you to come and like perform at the show. So I was like, hell yeah, that was it. That was it for me.
I was
Just like
rocking
jump
on the
on.
island, I was rocking that song.
Yeah, bro. Like you couldn't walk down the beach. Every second spot would have that song playing, bro. It was crazy. So like,
Yeah.
shout out to Power 98, Daddy Longlegs, like that show, like KRDD. They really like pushed that shit and blew me up in Guam, bro. Like that really gave me the platform, you know, to kind of do things that I couldn't have done before that.
Yeah. So, and what age are you now? Do you count? Nah, not sure.
Man, this was like, just probably like 19.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, still
bro.
a young buck.
Yeah, still a young buck. Yeah. So
Hey.
you know, traveling's all I've ever known. So it was like, I think I went to 12 schools. You know, just from moving around so much, and
Nah, I feel you, bro.
and I
I resonate.
yeah.
I went to 17 primary schools because just
No
primary
shit, man.
alone.
That's crazy. I thought 12 was a lot, man. I was shut up.
No, I'm not trying to compete, not even trying to one up, just real, but
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy though.
yeah. But that's why this shit comes naturally, like talking to people. This is easy.
Yeah, you learn that shit, along the way.
Yeah, you have to, brother. You have to talk to people. You have to fucking make friends. Otherwise, fucking you don't. If you don't talk. Yeah, 100.
Straight up. Hell yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, no. So yeah, obviously that pops off. What's that like? The when the exhibit comes out, because in what was he like? Did you get to kick it with him a little bit, or at that time?
Yeah. He was cool. It was when he was still rolling with a dude named Crondon.
Crondon, yeah.
Yeah, like, and this dude walked out, bro. He was like massive dude, man, and he was like all white, you know. But he had like he's a black dude, but he's all white. He's got you know, like what's that?
He's that. He like got that. What's that? What's it called? Fucking albino or whatever. Albino. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Crondon,
man.
brother.
And he was walking through backstage and shit, like punching the air and shit. Like we were just like little young bucks and shit. But Exhibit was a little more chilled out. But but when they came out, man, I knew it. That's when I knew I had some work to do from a live perspective.
Sure.
Because they came out and just, bro, just like even from all the way down to how your mix is gonna be when you bring it to when you perform, right? They bump up the bass, you know, certain little things make the venue just shake, you know, and just people feel it in here. You know, when them hip hop shows come out, people feel it like their body, like just. And we were just like, I was like, you motherfuckers will like have their whole set list mastered just for their performance, and you know, we were just fresh out of high school and shit. So coming out after them, I mean, before them was, I was like, damn, bro, like just all the things that you learn along the way, you know. And speaking to the sound guy even after, I was like, man, I shit sounded whack, you know. And he's like, he goes, bro, on the low, you know, and not to like nothing. This isn't aimed directly at Exhibit, but he was saying most main artists will pay the sound guy to turn opening acts down.
Oh, wow.
You know? So, you know, ever since then, bro, I've been a paranoid motherfucker. So I got to turn my shit up just a little bit more, just so in case people try to turn it down for your opening. But you don't really know,
that's
but
crazy, brother.
you don't really know, but
that's crazy. That mental game
makes sense, right?
Like, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what was
all the shit you don't see.
Said that?
What was that?
Was that Exhibit that said that, brother? Oh.
Nah, Exhibit, like the sound guys.
Oh, the sound guy. Sorry.
Yeah, the sound guys. No, not Exhibit. No. He was just, you know, at that. I feel like when you're at that level, you just like hose, telly. You know what I mean? You know, weed. You got caught with a bunch of weed in the Guam airport. I think they let that shit slide. Um, you know, I was like, you ain't even trying
Those
to be
sound guys are
sneaky
from
with it.
Guam, though, eh? They from Guam, though, or those sound guys?
Yeah, the sound guys, yeah,
You said
but
they would have wanted to bump it because their track was about Guam, right? Like it was about Guam. Their track of
yeah, well,
yours.
yeah, that's right. But I mean, obviously, most artists bring their own sound guys and stuff so they can
Yeah,
control the outcome too.
yeah. So what
Yeah,
was it? What was it like performing your song, though? That song, the one that's just fucking bumping, was it going off?
right. First time that I had like a crowd know my lyrics, you know what I mean? So like that was like the first time like to have that different element of performing to like 6 people to then go from that to like like an arena sort of thing and have
Mm,
actually people's mouths moving when you're rapping and like come
crazy.
from humble beginnings and shit too is like yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like
And the
you know,
love of the was like really was fully, birthed, or the genesis was on the island too. So it's cool that you got to like show
yeah,
that
that's
love
right.
on the island, and then also get the love
Yeah,
back from the people. Eh?
that's right, man. Yeah, because like, when I made that record, it wasn't even I didn't even make it to be a single. It was just like heartfelt, authentic, and it just turned out to be. You know what I mean, that's why it became a single because it was
Yeah,
it resonated with a lot of people.
solid. So are you like, what's the go? Are you with a label at this time, brother? Or
Nah, I'm just doing my I'm with a distribution company.
no, oh,
Which,
at the time when this pops off,
what was that?
when that song pops off, at that time, are you with a label
Oh,
or
at the
just a
time,
yeah?
nah, bro, I had just left the label, bro. I had
Oh,
just left the label because so I had signed to one album deal, which was this one right here, Tone of Speech, and they was like, all right. At the end, we finished it. I spent 3 months. I was sleeping on the floor of the studio. I was sleeping in the booth. I
yeah.
didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing but record and write. And we did it. We finished it in 3 months. Right before we're gonna put it out, they go, "Oh, we need to have a meeting. We want you to sign for another 2 albums, or we're not gonna put this first album out." And I was like, "But I already signed for this one album. So, like, why? What are you talking about? Further contracts, further albums? Like, we already made the agreement for the first album." And they're like, "Well, if you don't sign for another 2 albums, then we ain't gonna put it out."
Mm.
So I just, yeah, that was at that time. I just left, bro. I just got the hell out of Dodge. I was like, I ain't signing shit. Um, and then yeah, that's when I took off. Started pushing it around like back to like where people like really appreciate hip hop and shit.
Oh, right, brother. Me, that's it. And what? So what's the situation now? Have you been on and off labels, or is it just nah?
I
Just
was on labels through like through a lot of the records, but right now, yeah, I mean, it makes no sense to be on a label in
like
2024 for me.
with the internet and everything like that, you can.
With the internet and like a lot of times they just want you to do all the work before they, jump on anyway. And it used to be the other way. It used to be the record label or an A&R would see the talent in an
Mm,
artist, and then they would go ahead and see that potential, and then do
yeah.
everything from there. And put everything that was required and get them the fans, get the plays on radio and shit. Now, like, nah, you already need to have this amount of followers before you even look at signing you and shit.
Oh, true.
So,
That's what it's
yeah,
like
so
now.
it's just like, yeah, that's what
And
it's
then if
like. Or you
you
get
get that
stitched
amount of
up.
followers, why not just do your own shit?
That's
Yeah.
right, bro. If
What
you're
about
gonna go to the effort, like, why the hell am I gonna get all these followers for y'all guys, and then you're gonna stitch me up anyway and not release my album, and it's gonna
you?
sit on the shelf for 5 years, and then you know what I mean? Like, I've seen so many people
Yeah.
in the states get stitched up like that. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
they're not legally, they're not allowed to release no albums, so
that's
they're
fucking.
signed for
That's
5 years.
haters, eh, brother?
Yeah,
Ah,
bro. It's just like a record label throwing as many artists at the wall as they can and seeing which one sticks,
oh yeah, yeah.
seeing how
And
the
then whichever
public
one
reacts.
they go with that one, and then fuck the rest of them.
And the other ones they just keep signed for I don't even know why.
True,
Like, I
bro.
don't know
Is
why
that a
they
lot of
just
the
don't
shit
let
that
them feel
Kanye
so.
talks about, bro? Like about a lot of this, Kanye obviously he's at the gate, but like he talks about a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of that just the way artists are treated, way record labels like them over some of the stuff he said.
Yeah, I think like certain things that he says about, I mean, I think like slavery stuff. Like, I think he was being metaphorical sometimes to the record
Yeah, no, I
industry.
get it, bro. I think you can see
You know,
behind fucking not
Mhm.
they just want
Yeah,
to fucking take a headline or some shit out of that shit.
yeah. A lot of
But,
people
yeah.
jumped on it. I don't know, man, but I know that certain parts he was talking about, the music industry. That was one element.
Mm.
But even Diddy, stitching up artists and shit, and like May's talking
Mm.
about how he only got like $300 at a time. Shit,
True.
that he was,
Mace. And Mace was
yeah,
big for
bro, yeah, he got
it.
stitched up hard, and he was on that, the one with Biggie, more money, more problems. That's
Yeah,
right. Unless
exactly.
you got no
Yeah.
money and you still got problems, when you got Diddy and you're on your ass,
Yeah.
no homo.
That he wants that too. No.
Take that, take that.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
the
bro.
go with that? Was he getting arrested or not? Oh shit, what's the go? Don't know.
Man, I think he's lawyered up. I think
Of
I
course.
think it's gonna be years
I think he's
before.
too deep in it. He's too deep in it for them to like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah, he
yeah,
could.
but
He's too deep.
he's gonna hide behind the lawyers for a long time until he just can't anymore, and then he's gonna get Epstein.
Oh, you reckon he's gonna get Epstein? You reckon he's gonna get Epstein like for cheesy? Yeah,
Or,
that's
or
good.
just imprisoned, you know what I mean? Like, for a good time. Like,
Yeah.
he can go join Robert Kelly.
What's on? Oh, Rob.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, no. I think you're just taking the piss. No, 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 no.
No shit. No shit. At least they enjoy jail, bro. Shit's on tap.
Fuck. Well, that's what I think too, eh? Like with some of these dudes, when they're like da da da, but then they're like into dudes, like, oh, maybe they'll be happy. No, 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 no. Maybe it's torture. Maybe it's not torture sending them there. Some of the ones that they like dudes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could,
Yeah.
like,
Like, say if like Lil Nas X and shit, like if he got in prison.
yeah, bro, he's loving it. He's loving it,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
He's loving it. Like, and even if he dies, like from AIDS or whatever, because I know, like your first ever buy, you remember was even if he dies from AIDS, he dies happy, bro. Hey.
Yeah.
He dies happy, cuz.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X got
But
executed.
the one thing that blew my mind as a hip hop head, and I might sound like a hater, but when Nas did a track with him, and it just didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he did that for the new generation and shit, but like, it's Nas. Like, you don't need to, bro. Motherfucker pretty much stole your name too.
Not pretty much, he fucking did.
Yeah, just added an X and a Lil on it.
Fucking everything. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Even first
I
when
don't
I heard it,
know.
I was like, Nas's son, what the fuck is going on here?
And
I was like,
it was
oh,
like weird, some saucy like techno shit, some fruity techno shit
I ain't
going
even
on too.
heard it.
Like, just like
Ooh.
musically before people stare. What you mean fruity? Like,
Yeah,
I mean fruity, like the sound was fruity, like Fruity Loops. All right, you
yeah, Fruity
cancelers.
Loops. Hey, that's up, Fruity Loops.
You
Oh,
gotta
no.
clean that shit up, though.
That was good. Like, fucking hell, you should teach me because my mouth runs, brother. I just think,
I know,
fuck, man.
harder. You gotta be careful what you're saying. Hey,
Oh, I don't even care, bro. I literally like someone was saying
yeah,
the other day, they're like, oh, we gotta be careful, you might get cancelled. I was like, oh, fuck, cancel me, bro. I was a live streamer for years, bro. I see the heaps of shit. You can find heaps of screen
yeah,
recording. I mean,
yeah,
if I say
yeah,
it, I
yeah,
believe it, cuz, and then
yeah.
and at the time, but that's at the time. Come to me in a year's time, like unless it's like morally, I
Of
don't think
course, of
anything changes,
course.
right? I ain't changing like morals, you know. But as a human being that learns more knowledge and gains more understanding as I go along the journey, it's all good if I don't agree with my opinion from last year either. You know what I mean? But when I said it, I believed it. Whatever I said, yeah, I'll fucking take it. Let's go. I believed it then.
Man, like even if it was 5 years down the track, I'll still say the same shit that I think R. Kelly likes piss, and I
Yeah.
think that
Oh
Lil
no,
Nas
that's
X is whack. So like, I know what you're saying, bro. Because like
no,
you
I'm
know,
talking about like just gaining more knowledge about a situation. But no,
oh
R.
yeah,
Kelly
oh,
loves
hell yeah,
he loves he loves teenage girls. He fucking we know
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. That's
Okay.
right. That's
R.
right.
Kelly, I'm not sure. I mean, not R. Kelly, Diddy, I'm not sure exactly. I hear a lot of stuff, but I hear a lot of booty talk, but what I do know is I remember Brendan Schaub saying that when he would go to the gym, Diddy would like get everyone kicked out of the gym just so he could work out by himself. So he didn't. So I don't know. I was like, why you want to go to gym and then kick everyone out of the gym with your security just so you can do gym? What, so they don't see you being shit on them? So you can't bench or something and we don't laugh? Or what's the go?
Nah, I think it was so he didn't get a boner looking at dudes in the gym.
Oh, that's it. Hey, brother, you're onto it, eh?
Yeah, bro.
And
He's been doing one of them Ricky Martins, bro.
Oh, she bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, like American Idol unforgettable style, eh, brother? That's it.
He's like, nah, get these motherfuckers out of here, bro. Like, I ain't trying to do this shit.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Hey, on the music, obviously, it's been a journey, brother. But you also been through a bit of stuff yourself, eh? Like physically, been through a few health issues yourself, eh? You're telling me. What's the go, brother? You want to talk about some of that?
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of ties in with what we were talking about with foods and diet. No, you got me, man.
you got yourself, Gus.
Diddy gave me cancer. Yeah. Then he gave me that one. Yeah.
Then he gave you cancer and something else with the C. Let's go. It's not called beef either.
Yeah, so that a few years ago that I went through that shit. The whole chemotherapy and whatnot, and like I guess like people expected me to behave a certain way and shit, but like I went the opposite way, and I was like, it should just pump me up. You know, I was in the studio every day, and like I used that as like an opportunity, like because I've always kind of used, you know, like bad situations or tribulations as a form of like strengthening myself. Yeah. So if bad shit happens, like if it actually empowers you and it makes you stronger, then it isn't really bad shit. You know, it's just a lesson or it's an opportunity to become better. So I was like, they're like, yeah, but it's cancer. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, what are my options? Like, am I just gonna, wallow in getting self-pity and then just get unhealthier because, I feel sorry for myself and whatnot. And, like my cousin had just passed and she's like, we were really close. She was like my older sister. She was only 2 years older than me and she had just passed from cancer. So I seen the whole shit from beginning to end and seeing her like, last days sitting by a bed to the last minute sort of thing. And then, so it was crazy to me that like only a year later I got diagnosed. And then I was like, damn, bro, I seen the nightmare for what it is, but I just used it as a
what kind of cancer was it?
Bowel cancer.
Ooh.
So it's shit to do with your diet. You know what I mean? Yeah, what you eat, what you drink.
People actually gonna believe that he did something now that it was bowel.
No, I know, that's why I said you got me, dog. When you said Diddy, I was like, oh, dog, you got me. You didn't even know it at the time.
Yeah, no, I know, brother. And I just want to ask, did he? No.
He didn't. He didn't.
Bowel cancer, yeah.
I'm Meek Mill, dog.
Oh, wait, what about Meek? Like, what did you think about Meek? But we get back into that. But what do you think of Meek as a rapper before
before he got raped?
Yeah. Well, it's after, I guess. but anyway, when did this happen? Is this real? Beast.
I mean, there's a video out, like with the audio and shit. Oh, audio. So
true.
Yeah,
oh, that's real. Oh, that's real. I was just joking out here. Oh, this is real. Let's go, Meek.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know with AI these days, but
you don't know with AI, but like if people be too quiet, maybe. Hey,
yeah,
like
he was almost like too loud. He was like, "Yo, I love bitches," and like talking about how what I mean, like how much you love bitches. Like, you ain't comfortable enough. Like, why don't you just say, "Nah, I ain't with that. That didn't happen," But
so, do you think another thought, brother? Another thought. Do you think he wasn't really with the free Meek Mill movement? Like he didn't want to be free. You think he kept fucking up just so he could go back?
Well, that Meek Mill collabs off the table.
Hey, it might be on the table, baby. You know, come, you know, iron
Oh
sharpens
well,
iron.
not if it's under those rules, cuz. I ain't Jerry Swinger. I don't swing that way.
Not the Jerry Swinger. Oh shit. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Shit.
Meek, man. But Meek had
shit.
bars, though, eh? Meek literally had bars back in the days.
Yeah, Meek had bars. Meek had bars, right? But you know, yeah, he was never really in my like playlists or nothing. Like he would have dope records. I think he had a record out for the NFL. Like the NFL players used to run out to one. I thought that was dope. But I don't know. I just feel like certain artists, and I always talk about this with my brothers, they have a presence about them. So it's like when you hear like 8 people on a Pac record, when Pac said, "We outlaws on the rise, jealousy, I despise," you know, that was on the All Eyes on Me. As soon as Pac comes on, the whole air changes, and you listening to him from a CD or a phone. I think that's what makes a super duper star. Same with like Eminem, Jay, Biggie. When they're on a record and they're other people on a record, bro. As soon as they come on, they're just a different like being of. They're just a different entity, and you can hear it within the first line. You know what I mean?
Who would you put it in that same Meek Mill sort of era? Who would you put in that class then that changes the atmosphere when they get on a record?
Big Pun was always like that. I'll blow your head off your shoulders. Your own mother won't know you. My sport is supernatural. I'll blast you with a group of cats. Turn you to stone while Medusa's looking at you. Like,
turn you to stone while Medusa's looking at you. That's it.
In the middle, the little did we know it in riddle. Some men who didn't do diddly. Like,
yeah. But that's in the middle of little did we know that we riddled to middlemen who didn't do diddly.
Didn't do diddly. Yeah. Fuck being Fat Joe. Fuck being Fat Joe having to come after that, bro.
Oh, actual G. Or just, bro, Joe Crack.
Oh, no. I'm leaving Joe Crack out of this one, bro.
Up the Fat Joe. Skinny Joe.
Andre 3000.
Oh, 3000.
You know, he has that. He's always going to be in my top 5.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to do top 5. Oh, you're racing there now. Oh, yeah, let's go. Top 5.
Yeah.
No. You dig it. No. That's Diggy Dialekt. We're going to do different, brother. We're going to do different. We're going to do a Guam special top 10. Top 10 MCs.
Oh, top 10? Damn.
Top 10 MCs all time.
Takes quite a while to get through. Right. Shit. The number 1 is always the hardest for me, bro. You know what I mean?
Just put it in any order, brother, unless you want to order.
Okay, any order? All right, let's go any order. So, okay, Nas, M, 3 Stacks, Jigga. I mean, I got to throw Pac in there because of the way he was more than. and when I say Jigga, I don't mean I say old Jigga, like reasonable doubt. Even before, like he was, like before that, he had some dope shit. He had some dope shit, man. Who else? I would say, bro, Cube. I'm talking greatest all time. Like, I mean, lyricism is a different thing, but yeah.
Like, you know, you for other people's an impact, like you got to put Ice Cube in there, even just on the culture. Some of the movies that came with it, part of the culture too. Yeah.
But I gotta put Lil Wayne in there just for the amount of times I got back to his shit, bro.
It's like the bro still putting out like evil stuff. Like, bro, I thought like, oh fuck this guy. You know, I don't know. I was like, bro, surely the bro's gonna run out of bars. Like, not even. Still got some I'm still putting out ones. Like, what was that one with the ASAP one? The other fucking, I don't know, a few months back or last year.
I don't know, man. I'm still playing the Carter 3 in my whip. You know what I mean? Like that's why I put him in my top 10 because there's very few artists, and like, you know, like you go back to an M record, the Marshall Mathers, and you can listen to it and you will like hear new shit. You know, you'll be like, oh, he said that there, he said that bar. similar to Wayne. He's got so much content in his shit, bro.
What's the track? What's the track on Carter 3? That's a track right there. Give me
I
one.
mean,
Give me one.
I Misunderstood. I don't know the name of the record, but it's Please Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. And then there's
Yeah.
the
Time My Hands is on there. That's the Time My Hands is on there. Or from
yeah,
Thick, is it?
Robin
Time My
Thicke.
Hands. What am I
And
wrong? Yeah.
yeah, that was a dope riff.
Yeah.
Even the
What
one
does
with
he say too?
Babyface. If you
Yeah.
rolling in the whip with a chick, that's a perfect. I'm not trying to be comfortable. Like don't get too comfortable. Like just on some like little hip shit.
Mm.
And it's Shoot Me Down, Please Don't Shoot Me Down. And then he made a record about the hurricane, the floods in where he's from, which was dope
Yeah.
as well.
Even the
Yeah,
one that Time My Hands when he says sometimes tragedy's hard to get over, but sometimes that tragedy means it's over. Soldier from the academy. I deny being down, though they seem to hold us. My shoulders are strong. I prove them wrong. I ain't doing nothing but moving on. Let the truth be known. And they talk that freedom matters, but didn't even leave a ladder. Oh, like,
you know what I mean?
I work at the corner store. Yeah, the tracker, Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a tracker, brother.
Yeah, but when that collab happening, bro?
No, get out of here, man. Ain't no collab, but
Come on, man, I'm gonna get you on a hook.
No, we just jump on and have a laugh, brother, for sure.
Yeah. So we're up to, well, I think that's 8. I don't know if like or down south. I mean, I feel like Scarface has got to be in there too because I always went back to Scarface from like a building perspective, like to add different styles and shit.
Yeah, brother.
And yeah, probably like, I mean, it's a tie between like Cool G. I'd probably say Rakim over Cool G, but that Cool G was like real dope with his structures, and like Big Daddy Kane was dope with his like flows and like how he like was a performer. So I mean, I could just go forever. You know what I mean? Like using like like old school
I like
building
it.
blocks.
I like very, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's probably by the time we got to have a 50 MCs that that you enjoy too over the time, really even more.
Oh yeah, man! You can throw Royce in there. You can throw,
Yeah.
Crooked Eye. You can throw all the like lyricists. Like even fucking Lupe Fiasco is fucking ridiculous as a lyricist, man.
Weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
brother. Hey, I gotta bounce, brother. Something come up, but before I do, I need to ask a question, and this isn't gonna be the last time, brother. Maybe we'll be collab on. I'll just come and listen to you rapping, yeah, whatever. But we'll I got a couple of questions before I do get out of here. What food would you eat if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life?
A restaurant or a food?
Food. Oh,
Mexican. Mexican Taco Bell.
Mexican
Taco Bell in
Taco
LA.
Bell. All right. All right, we're talking about in LA. If you could have one superpower, which one do you choose and why?
I'd say dope bars, but I already had that, so I gotta go.
That's it. Yeah.
I
And we
gotta
got
go.
yeah.
Invincibility, bro.
Oh, beautiful, my brother. Let's go. Why would you do
Yeah.
that?
So if I ever get locked up enough, I'll just slide right through the bars, bro, when they open them up.
Yeah, I love it, my man. I love it.
Just get
And
a couple bars, slide through them.
yeah, and on the last one, brother, visualization 10 years from now, what's life like for Diggy Dialekt?
Oh man. I mean, I feel like my son is gonna be like even better than I have ever been as an artist. So
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be me like, doing some like Daniel Son shit, some Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah,
You know what I
wax on,
mean?
wax off, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Put the wax on it. Even if the wax is off, you still got to remember the vinyls. You heard?
Yeah. Love it, my brother. Hey, time's the most valuable commodity we have as human beings, my brother. The one thing we can never get back, we can always get back things, money, but we can never get back time. So thank you for sharing your time with me,
100%.
brother.
No
And
doubt,
this
no
isn't the
doubt.
last time we sit down. We're gonna do some more stuff, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna be
bro.
in touch about it. And like, even if it's just on here, I got some ideas. You got some ideas, brother. We'll collab on here too. And I look
For
forward
sure.
to keep being a success in life, brother. In life, and keep living, my man. And let's do it again, brother. And let's link up
Appreciate you, bro.
much love, brother Dialekt.
My
In a
man.
minute, my brother.
All right.
And we're back, baby. We're back. Pop 2, baby. Look at this microphone. Hey, let's go. As I've been in souls. Why metaphor? Just to set it off. Thompson. You're the Hunter Thompson. I rock harder than Aussie rock. They all close and not as hot. I let them go. Why would I bother when they got less drive than body shops? Time is an essence with death investments. I gotta watch every second, get ahead and make more records to drop. Now that they're gone, I'm home. Got in the zone to let them all know whenever we gone, and it's been a long walk. So we going too far, too far to turn back, baby. Oh, somebody gotta know. Let's go, baby. Diggy Dialekt back in the building. Hey, it's been about 40 weeks. We lost the background, changed hoodies, but we're back. We're back, baby.
It got cold, man.
Yeah, it got cold. We just had to change, baby. Yeah. We're back anyway. If you watch the rest of that episode, I'm just gonna plug it in at the end so people will think it's the end, but it ain't the end, baby. Just the bonus. Let's go. Let's go, my brother. Yeah, that's it. Hey, you got a little. You feeling good? You want to spill a little bar for the people, or you got a little something you want to get off your chest, like any beats over there, or
yeah, I could probably throw on a beat.
Ooh, let's go.
Let me see.
Let's go, baby. He's gonna throw on a beat, baby. Dialect from Guam to fucking Vietnam to fucking King Kong. No, just making up bullshit.
Came a long way from Guam in the Bay. I'm in LA.
Yeah.
Well, check that out.
Speaking of that, we didn't get to talk to fuck about that whole send dog, whole cyber shit either, you know. So
go check that soccer too. I'm in LA. It's almost at 1 million, so I need you guys to get me at 1 million.
Get it at 1 million, fam. I'm in LA.
They start, YouTube start looking then.
Yeah, let's get to 1 million, baby. Let's go.
So let's put on something from Red and Meth. I feel like that's got that boppy shit.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Back out instrument.
Let's get it.
Let's see. Chubs. You hear that beat?
Yeah, but
every rapper in the sky's not me and Shubs, cause we spitting on the live. Never practice this shit. Reverse psychology. Open whack rappers up like biology. Rocket like geology. Cool. Sitting in my room. Also in the booth. Too many words floating around my peripherals. So that means I'm killing MC/fools. I slash you like I'm Jason Voorhees. Plenty of whores say he's dope. You can't believe me, no. I play MCs like keys. From north to here, to north to Tennessee. Remember me, been to Memphis and back. So I kill whack rappers on the track. It's easy like that. You never heard of me, murder me. I do it for therapy. No way that you remember me unless I'm an elephant on ketamine. I put them in the trunk. You getting punked like Ashton Kutcher. Give me more like Demi. Can't ever test me. Really want to get this? I drop blocks like Tetris. You rusty as hell, man. I give them tetanus and Shubs on the motherfucking shit. It's like breakfast at night. I spit it tight. Leave you hanging like Saddam tonight. I am the bomb. Take your mom and your father out of this world and call you an earth. Call you an orphan girl. Your orifice getting soaked. I'm murdering MCs. I also just choking. If you get on stage, be prepared to die. Cause I spit freestyles on the live. Let's go.
Yeah. Off top of the mind, man, I'm spitting freestyles with my guy, Diggy Dialekt. Better not respect on me. If you disrespect, then he break your neck like Buster. Get it till you gotta trust, don't hush ya. I'm feeling like Usher. Maybe I can move mountains. And if you got it, we can bring it to the fountain. Bouncing, feeling a little bit of that good stuff. If you got it, we doing it. Bomb from Guam all the way to Vietnam. We gonna do it, we ain't calm. We feeling so good, we came here to bring harm. It's your boy Subs, and I ain't about the love right now. I'm about that real shit. Come here to kill shit. If you want it up in your girl, you better feel this. Understand what it is, unleash, you can feel this. Just off of the top of my mind, spit it just like the medulla, so that like a computer, I just go into it. And if you feel me, then it's been a minute since I kick a little freestyle off top of the mind, but I'm feeling so good that I could just find a little bit up in my hood, under the hood, but we still go find a little bit of that. If you tell me that, that's a pity at. I don't even know where the similes at. I'm sort of whack, but I'm still spitting off of the top like that. No.
Let's go, my brother. Hitting the fluid. Everybody spit freestyles. Yeah, right. I'll be like, did he do it? You're practicing wordsmiths, is getting hacked with axes. No way that you burst this. Open up your purses, stop rocking Versace, killing these rappers who wanna body me. Yeah, I body like I'm gymnastics, freestyle that rap shit. Rappers is just plastic. Halloween is what I carry rappers round. I'm ready to pounce around the whole damn town. Freestyle, I'm turning rappers to Heath Ledger clowns. Beat them down under the ground, down under now. Chopper E, Chopper Reed, how you gonna be? You born with no penis like Eve. No Adam's apple can't see me. I'm a real MC. I get ferocious. Toasting MCs who wanna get put in the toasters. That means I got the toast clipped. How you wanna feel it? Freestyle the ill shit. Me and Sub about to just kill it.
Yeah. Second, hey yo, I feel like all these cats been looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing with this podcast? Matter of fact, it won't last. Fuck, I'm having a blast. I don't give a fuck. All I do is middle finger to their ass. Cause all I'm trying to do is me. If they give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. That's why I middle finger up. If they telling me that I can do it, I'ma do it. I'ma prove it. I'ma be that cat that just bites the bullet. If you pull the trigger, then I'ma be bigger than that. If you be that, then you probably just Winnie Pooh with that. That's Tigger. If you get it, we can do that back. I'm no. I'm getting old. It's been a minute, cuz it's been a minute. It's been a minute, brother.
That was dope.
Nah, it's been a minute, bro.
That secret weapon hidden.
Let's go, my brother. What's goody? What's goody? We back in the building. Shout out to Dialekt lighting that up. Leading Subs have a little jam with them too. It was vibes. Yeah, my brother. Where we left off when we had to run out of here, bro. What's on your mind anyway? Speak your mind right now. I know you did with a little couple bars, but what's on your mind right now? What are you feeling?
Right now, I'm just real passionate about the projects that I'm working on. I got an album coming out called BPM, which is for beats per minute, and like it's named after like the heart condition, genetic heart condition that I've always had, and it's put me in and out of hospital all through my life since about 14. And you know, like I thought, man, why not like theme an album around it, and like also treat it as a form of therapy, because that's what I do with music first and foremost. Before, like, even if I'm not releasing it, you know, it's something I use like day to day. Like people meditate, people go for a jog around the corner. Like I make music so I can get through my day to day. I can get through, you know, like certain hurdles in life and shit. See, he's jumping the hurdle right now. He's like, oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that.
Hey, sorry, my brother.
BPM.
Check it out, fam. Check it out. BPM, baby. I like it. That's better. So
by a guy named Sunny POC.
He's Sunny POC. Where's he from?
He's a Perth producer, bro. But he kills that shit with the boom bap. Like he's reminiscent, like he gives me Griselda vibes, but then he gives me like you know, like he's got all sorts of like type of records. What I like about him is like me and him will sit and talk about something, and then he'll go and like create a beat and be like, bro, you know how we were talking about this? I think like this is the vibe. Yeah. Which I think is like important for a producer.
Who would you say in your career is some of the dopest? Obviously, you probably put them in there, like all some of the dopest producers you've worked with, or like a beat makers anyway.
Man,
or they around, maybe just being in the studio when they're doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a guy from Guam called Rome's. He's dope. He's always
that's your boy Rome's you're talking about. It's in the US.
Yeah, shout out to Rome. Sick Minds, that's the family. That's the Guam LA family, you know. So but he's been consistently dropping shit for like, you know, 25 years without a break.
Wow.
It's always dope stuff. Sonny POC, Gav Bellinger, he's another real dope producer. So check him out online. He's been like on the grind. He's producing an album every month or so for a different artist. So we got a few things in the bag, but I'm just taking my time with that because his beats are so, you know, like his beats are so dope. You know, like I really want to put my best foot forward on them. I want to waste them. And then Dead Set is another dope producer. Check him out. So all these guys are Perth local cats, and they're all like national, you know, game. They've got that international quality. We don't need to go outside the Swan, baby.
Yeah, and the Swan even, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the Swan.
There's sharks in the Swan too.
What's that, brother?
There's sharks in the Swan too.
Yeah. I seen the bro get fucking munched up the other year too, eh? Shout out to the Swan. There's sharks in the Swan. Literally and even lyrically. That's cool.
Yeah. Even hypothetically.
All right.
Even hypothetically, you get torn physically. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. In all forms, fame, all forms. Sharks. You spoke about that song that you spoke about before, Nearly at a Mill. Can you speak on that? How that came about, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the very first time I went, second time I went out to Cali, and I was working with an artist called Mellow Man Ace. So I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was one of the pioneering founders and like put on for Latin hip hop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the voice.
Around the same time that Kid Frost did. So Kid Frost did La Raza. I think I pronounced it wrong. You're gonna kill me saying I'm pronouncing it wrong. La Raza.
La Raza.
He put on as well at the same time, and then we went out there to work with Mello, and then found out that he was Sendog from Cypress Hill's brother. So next thing we know, you know, Sendog came through to the hotel, you know, like exactly how you would imagine, like big ass blunt, just rolling through the hotel with a blunt, and we dropped I'm in LA that first night that we hung out.
True. Bam.
Yeah. And it was dope as hell because like, you know, like the whole room was, you know, smoked out, and obviously being, you know, it was Cypress Hill, but the fact that I was recording him as well, and I'm really an artist, but I brought all my shit with me, and that's all we had. So I'm sitting like from here, you know, like this close to him, dude, standing at the mic, the portable mic, with the whole like, you know, like he's got like that shit was crazy, like in person. And within a week we were out in South Central and we shot the film clip for it. He pulled up in his range. He's like, you guys know you're in a real bad neighborhood, right? And I was like, yeah, I kind of gathered that by the time, you know, we were there for a couple of hours. But big love to like Gangrene, Hooper Ave, all those guys out in South Central, Big LA, Kid Frost. They held us down, you know, made sure nothing didn't happen, you know, being addicts on it. And shout out to Sendog for actually, like, you know, doing the record. And it wasn't it's like people think it was a transactional thing. It wasn't, you know. So like he pulled up to the film clip. Homies was on the phone. They were like, "Hey, you want Debo in the film?" What's that? You want Debo? Like from Friday, Debo? He's like, yeah, he's just on the next block. So it was like we were really in it, bro. And it was like watching Friday, but being in the middle of it all.
Yeah, literally in the place where it's all about too. Yeah, like
right. Lolos came out. They were like, you know, just it was just like you imagine it, you know, but even crazier. So bro, we rapped, we got it done in a couple hours, and then for anybody who hasn't seen it, go check it out. We're out there. You know, Sendog does an interview at the end of the record as well. For anybody telling me like, oh yeah, bullshit, you know, like this and that. Like Sendog, he's like, he explains it all in the record too. Cause like we really went out there with, you know, like on some like indie shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I was battling at the time. I was doing some battles in Watts, and
How'd you go, brother? How was it? How was it?
Dope. I think there's some stuff online. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to, so that's experience number 2 over there. The second time over there. That one?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you've been out a bunch of times since, huh?
Yeah. I got my Valley guys out there. I got Blue the Villain. He's on a record called Fuck Swag, which you can see on YouTube. He's also got an album called Valley Hospitality. So all those guys are from the Valley.
When you say the Valley, what that means, brother? Like San Fernando or no? What's the Valley?
Yeah. San Fernando Valley. Yeah. And there's some cool spots out in the Valley, man. Good Philly cheesesteaks. You know, like
food cars. You like food? Fuck, I love food.
They're the best meal you ever have. Like you get them like authentic meals out the trucks.
Yeah. I've had a few. Like I've been to LA, but fuck, those are the best, brother. Best I've ever had. Out them trucks, brother, out there. Best Mexican anyway.
That's right, man.
Brother.
They knew what's up.
Yeah, they knew what's up, brother. Oh my goodness.
But big shout outs to Sen and all them, bro. They've always been like just real dudes, man. Like it ain't on no celebrity shit. It's just like us kicking it. You know,
that's cool, brother.
To find someone of that caliber that's as humble as he is.
Yeah. That's on. What about Debo? What was Debo like?
Oh, he didn't end up coming, bro. Because
you didn't end up. No, I know he's in the clip. But did you end up meeting him or nah? Not at all.
Nah, he went. I think he wants some change, you know.
Okay. He didn't want to just jump on. Shout out to Sid Dog. Then he just did it just to do it, baby. Just like you said, not for no money, just to get on it.
Debo might be out there making me look like a 3-foot small fry in my own. But I'm gonna stand up there. He might just like fuck me up just because.
Solid, man. Have you linked or like have much to do with Sendog since?
Yeah, man, we catch up. When I'm in LA, we catch up. We have dinner. And you know when he's here, when he's
that's
here on
real
tour.
shit. Yeah, that's real relationship shit, brother. That's sad. Fucking no.
Yeah, much love. Much love.
Much love to the bro. Did you get that though a lot from people? Did they hit you with the how much you pay for it to get them on the track and all that stuff?
I mean, everybody talks money in the States.
Yeah.
You know, the language is money. So usually, it's like, even time spent. I learned my lesson when I was out in LA. I think I was in Venice, and some guy came up to me and my brother, and he was talking to us, and he told this really like crack up story. It was super entertaining, bro. We were just like losing it and shit. And then he's like, "All right, that's me done." He's like, "Y'all gonna pay me now?" I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Pay me for my time and my story." And I was like, "Oh, all right." So the hustle game over there is like time is money. You know what I mean?
Bro, actual, even when they try to grab your bags at the airport and stuff and grab it off the carousel and they try to take your food. Like when I first I was like, "Oh, my man." I was like, "Oh, thanks, cuz." And then like the bro's like, "Yeah, how much?" I was like, "Oh, oh, we just being homies, brother." They just having a brother out because I got free bags. Shit.
You have a whole point that's worth $100. That's what she said. Yeah, I'll be out. There's a lot of homelessness now. I was living out in Hollywood for like 6 months. A lot of like mental health, schizophrenia and drug abuse and stuff. And I've had some really good conversations with guys over there. I even feature in some of my film clips, Open Your Mind, because they're real switched on, intelligent guys, and they got a lot to say about life. Probably more than, the rich person you're going to bump into. Because
hold on. Are you talking about like homeless people? You sit and talk with them?
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I do too, bro. Like I did it in all around America. Just sit and even just get a feed and just have a yarn, bro. Have some of the best yarns in the world. Because I've been
Yeah,
homeless
man.
as a teenager too, bruv. So I know what it's like, and also some of the best yarns, brother. Some of the best yarns.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. Fucking, we just
Yeah,
became
I
fucking.
was like, man,
We
as
just
soon as I
became
started
brothers even more, lad. Yeah,
Yeah. So that record is called. I know there's a story to every record, but
yeah,
that record's
of course.
Open Your Mind, and I featured some of the. I featured two homeless guys that I had kicked it out with in Hollywood, because I was always walking the strip. You know, I didn't have a car, so I was just walking everywhere. I would run into these guys every day. So like, all right, well, let's get you in the film clip, because you're like sharing your knowledge. You know, like you got a story to tell, and a lot of times like homelessness comes from like doesn't always come from, you know, like, look, it's not always a logical reason and shit. They might not
Nah,
even be, you know what I mean? They might not, they're definitely not a criminal or drug addict. They just found themselves in a real tough position, like a lot of us have already been in life, and you know, they couldn't find their way out.
100%, brother. I think with that too, like a lot of people on our side of the world, when they've never been to the States or never, like, they don't know, like, bro, Hollywood ain't what you think. Like, you know, they just think, you know, glitz and glamours where the superstars roll out. That's where they roll out. But they're like, you know, for the red carpet, but like that ain't every day, cuz. That's not every day. There's people that's there every day. You know what I mean? Fucking, for whatever reason, like you said, mental illnesses and all that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
and again, just trying to eat.
You know, the medical system is, you know, is almost
Terrible.
impossible. So they don't get the medication they need. They don't get the therapy they need. And I can see
in Guam, you know, in Guam, like obviously that's a U.S. territory, but are the rules the same? Like with the, you have to have the insurance and all that shit in Guam, same thing.
everything's healthcare. It works the same way as, say, like
true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hollywood. You know, once you see the sun start coming down, you know, different groups of people bring street sweepers out. They start blasting all the piss and the blood off the sidewalk.
The shit and blood, yeah.
That's how you know, like, that's how you know that there's different levels to this shit.
literally, bro. Even that, I remember going down like Skid Row and just seeing the things to clean up all the shit during the day. It was like, fuck, they do this during the day. It's that bad, you know. But it's sad, you know, as well, being a human and, you know, being someone that has like compassion for our fellow human being, bro. It's like, yeah, let's like, you know, I might not fucking change the situation, but like, let's have a feed, you know, let's have a feed with someone and have a yarn, you know what I mean? Let's set up to. Yeah.
That's right, man. You know, this whole fentanyl crisis and shit is just, damn, it's like next level
Or
out
out
there.
the and like fueled by bloody fake ass wars too, brother. Like, you know, just look at the numbers there of how much opium came from Afghanistan pre-war, then post. Obviously, it's dropped now, and a lot of it, you know, heaps of it comes from Tassie too now. But like the fact that like a lot of the poppy that, you know, even I've got fucking relations there who served, and we're like, bro, we're over there, American soldiers, and even us, asking us to protect poppy fields from like, hey, we here to fucking, we're here to get baddies. like, what is this? Yeah, bro. And now look, it's even worse. Like the like you said, that opioid epidemic is off the chain. And
Yeah,
like,
well, they're actually the only thing that gets them off them is that they give them heroin, because they used to give people like, I think, methadone or something when they're on heroin, but because fentanyl is like 50 times stronger than heroin, the only thing they can do to strip them back is give them heroin. And it's like, damn, like, shit, that's not happening. You got to give someone heroin to get them off the fentanyl, you know. So yeah, bro, it's a slippery slope for, you know, rich, you know, poor in between, you know, Mac and like all them, you know, like
people. Shout out, brother.
Someone else recently died. A celebrity had a scar down his face. He was an actor. Yeah, man, it's crazy how quickly that, you know, just.
Oh, who was this one? Scar down his face.
Yeah, he had a scar. I think his name was Michael something, but he was an actor. Yeah, big actor in the States. But
true. Shout out Michael G.
Yeah.
And another one, is it? His name was Carlos. I think that was his name.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But scar down his face. I'm trying to think of this ones that I can think of. I can't think. Yeah, scar down their face. Nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
On speaking on that though, but who like you've experienced some of that buzz there, like just with fucking drugs?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was stuck in the oxy route, oxycodone,
Yeah.
because they had given me a bunch when I had cancer, and number one, they're kind of just handing shits out like Skittles,
Like Skittles, cuz.
Skittles when you're sick,
Yeah.
because that's kind of you kind of like you're at the ceiling there, right? So you walk in, oh, I got cancer. All right, cool. No more, no more questions asked. You got cancer. That's cool.
Fucking just write it, brother.
Yeah, scripts. And number two, like there's an excuse when you got an excuse to take them. You don't feel like you're a drug addict because you're like, all right, so I'm sick. I've been through this, so I'm taking this for this reason. I'm taking this for pain, and I'm taking this for this. But when you start, doubling, tripling up, and then you realize like it ain't even about trying to like fix your pain. It's about trying to get that, like that initial feeling that you got when you first had them. So it's like I implore people that do go through it just to be aware of that you're going to probably go down this path from the very first time you take it, because that's going to be your best experience. You know what I mean? That the first, second, third, fourth time you take it, you're gonna think it's the best thing in the world. But then like a year in, all you're doing is taking it not to feel sick. So I would try to come off it, and then I feel really sick, right? I get worse headache, I have migraine, I feel like my body would ache, so I'd take Tylenol and I'd take Panadol and nothing would do it. Right? I was like, man, something's really messed up. I take Oxy, within 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever, that gone. Every symptom is gone.
Literally.
So people end up in this vicious cycle of self-medicating and trying to chase you for it, because
I can relate, brother. Like I had a bad car crash a while back now, brother, and like I just fucking I just doped up on that, and then you just keep smashing it, brother. Thinking, is this me for good now? You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna be fucked for good and being like zombie, brother? And then, like you said, bro, fuck, I don't have cancer, but I'll just go to my doctor and say, hey, bro, fucking now I lost them or whatever, right? Boom, boom. Yeah, cause fucking next minute I'm sitting there on a bridge, fucking playing Russian roulette with myself, bro, literally. And I'm like, how'd I get there? No shit, bro, literally. And I'm like, and it gets to the point where, like, you give the first click, the second click, the third click's about to be gone, brother. Pretty much you start thinking more, and then you're like, I was like, what it was? I heard Three Little Birds from Bob Marley playing through the like on the water, and like and I sort of looked down and I sort of I might have been tripping, whatever, but see my like sort of life flashback, and then like things that I had hoped for in the future. I didn't have children at that stage, have 3 now. Like, all of this shit is ahead of you, like, you know what I mean? If you take that one last click, that's it. So but didn't end up doing it, and then pretty much from then on, brother, I haven't touched them like fully. Like I can't say I didn't touch them fully, but like from then on, I made the switch to be like, bro, this is a real fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, you need to fucking stop. So I stopped then for a while, and there's a couple of other times that I like, had to pop some, brother. Like, I felt like, but I didn't have to. Like, if I look back, I should have just fucking. But pain is for a reason, right? And like, I know it gets unbearable, but it means that you just got to stop and slow down, and whether it's rest or whatever. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, you tend to take the easy route because it's when it's there, but it doesn't always solve the underlying problem.
Fuck no, brother. And so easy because because you can get it over the counter and shit. Fuck, brother. Can you hear that? Or is that me? That audio thing that keeps coming in. I don't know. Brother, I'll push pause. You drop out, come back, and we'll just carry the combo on. But yeah, for me, that's what I felt like. Just so easy to access. actually, you know what I mean? And you know, the doctors, like you said, brother, they'll just give it to you. You get cancer, so fucking that's the highest level of fucking. Here you go, mate. You know what I mean? But so
That's right.
easy.
Yeah,
And-
you don't even have to like say much. You know what I mean? Like it's just there at your disposal. So I think the hardest part for me was coming off it when I didn't have to.
Mm,
You know, when there was no real like need for, like, I hadn't got to the point where I was, you know what I mean? Like, you know, where you see addicts and you see like their life going under, and they're borrowing money, and they're, you know, they might be gambling. I don't even know, but like I wasn't at that point, but I knew that I was like a year in. Sometimes I would stop breathing and I'd wake myself up by taking a big breath. So I'd like stop breathing for like 30 seconds, and then what would wake me up would be my like that. So that's how I knew. That's how I knew. But like, nah, I can't. You know, there's not really much road left if I want to keep at it. So, you know, like I'm just really candid about that, because I think that anybody going through it, I think that now more than ever, the world is such a messed up place that we are seeing more addicts and we are seeing more people rely on drugs, because reality is just too fucking hard sometimes. Which is, you know, which I implore, you know, like young kids and whoever to find something. Like the amount of times that I've seen kids be passionate about something and just need the right opportunity or the right tools to find that first, and then they feel they don't even need that other shit.
Yeah, because that's right. It's a band-aid. It's that numbingness. You're right, brother, of life being hard, and you're like you go to that numb place where you feel nothing, but like
Yeah,
you know you feel the
yeah, that's
pain.
right.
You can't even like you're not even just well, that's how I was anyway. That's how I felt like. But then also I'll go and look at the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Sort of thing. And then
Well, you don't feel pain, but then you don't feel joy either.
nothing. Numb.
So you know what's the trade-off? So
Yeah. But that's life,
I
eh?
feel
Like joy and pain is life, man. Like, you know,
yeah,
and life ain't
yeah.
always easy, but it's those hard times that make those easy times. That's the reward from the hard times. You know what I mean? And getting through that, you know, you're fucking what? You beat it? Is it on remission? We didn't get into that either because
So I'll be on remission in like 3 years, but you know, things are looking good at the moment. So like obviously it's always in the back of your head, but
yeah,
you just gotta live, man. You gotta live.
or was it just chemo?
They cut it out and chemo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what did they cut? Like did they cut a bit of your like how does that work, bro? Like
They did a resection. So from within like like the crazy story, like not to harp on too much about it,
no,
but
very hard.
when I first, because I couldn't eat nothing. So every time I ate, I was throwing up. So when I went to the doctor, he got me through to a CAT scan, and then he gave me the call. He's like, I need you to come in. Cool. Got in the car, drove to him. I'm sitting down. He says to me, it's not good. It's not good news. He said, you've got malignancy and it started in your bowel, but it's also spread to your liver and it's in your spine as well. So as soon as I heard the word spread, bro, I was just like, oh man, that's like stage 4 shit. That's like, you know, in the lymph nodes, you know, kind of game over sort of thing. That's how I was feeling at the time. I didn't have no one with me, so he was still talking. I just got up, said nothing, walked out, and just got in my car. I just bounced. I just bounced, bro, because I couldn't handle that amount of like information. You know, like I wasn't prepared. I don't think you can be prepared, but I just didn't. It'd be the last thing that I thought that he was going to tell me. So yeah, bro, and then just went home, and I remember just standing there, and my whole world was spinning. I like threw up, bro. I was so fucking just, you know, crushed. I just started throwing up, and then yeah, man, straight into hospital from there. They gave me something called a PET scan, where they scan like in small slices through your whole body. Surgeons came in, they were like, all right, so we got better news, that your liver has a lesion on it, but it's non-benign, or it's benign, I should say. And your spine was swollen lymph nodes because I was fighting COVID at the time. I didn't even know it. So then comes like the fact that, all right, so now it's localized and they got to rush me in, cut out, you know, this much of my bowel, and then throw me before they threw me on chemo. I had to have heart surgery because I had heart issues at the time as well. So they did the heart operation and then they threw me on chemo, bro. And then, you know, from there, bro, I remember walking out of the hospital, everything looked different. Like the trees looked greener. I could hear voices different. Yeah, I could hear voices different. I could, like, I was noticing shit, like certain stuff about like just different objects that I hadn't noticed before. And I don't know, something in my mind changed, bro. And I was like, nah, this is not where, like, this is not gonna defeat me. This is gonna be my like rising moment, and this is gonna define me. And like I use that to jump more into music and put everything into music, you know, and use that as my, you know, like the next level up.
Fucking no, brother. That's beautiful. So it sort of sound like you know Stan Walker.
Yeah, man. Good dude.
You know,
He got sick.
Stomach cancer, and then he got
Yeah.
got that taken out. Bro, I feel like his voice got better after that, but even more. I feel like
man, that'd be the gasoline that you need, you know. Like, shout out to Stan Walker for, you know, for conquering that shit, you know, and like keeping at it with the music. And
brother, like it's
not
just the
easy,
levels of, just not easy. Exactly, brother. So how long? So how long does it take to go get in remission? Exactly. So
5 years.
Oh, okay. So 3 years.
5 years, and then they like class you as like general population.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I'll get random texts and stuff from the hospital like "Welcome to the Survivors Club" and, you know, like all this shit. But, you know, I don't even look at it like that. Come on, man. Like, what? We just like we hang out and we fucking make fucking together. What you talking about? You know,
let's fold origami together. yeah, man. Because like, bro, on the real, like I found out who my real friends were, and I found out how close I was to my family when I got real sick. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that was it. You know, everybody else. So, you know,
I realized that I haven't gone for cancer, but like when you're at your lowest, whatever that is, and you know, it's relative to each person, where like who the real ones really are, and like you're just like fucking those are the ones you want to put energy into. Like
that's right. Yeah, man. I mean, and you don't obviously, like, you've been through your shit as well. Like, it doesn't have to be cancer, like to define who your real people and who your friends and family are. Like, you've been through the shit. So, like, yeah, man, it's good to see you on the other side, bro. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, well, fucking hopefully I don't get in that club, but if I do, brother, hopefully get in the survivors club too and make toasties and fold origami with these motherfuckers. Let's go. And a little toy donkey for the people. Let's go.
Yeah. There you go, man. We're strecking up.
Yeah, brother.
That's why not making what?
No, that's it, brother. Layers to this bitch right here. 100%. Are you into any of the Oz rap? Like let's go like pre a lot of the stroll sort of Oz rap, and then we'll go into that one as well. Like, but before that, were you into any of the Oz rappers or?
Any of the like Aussie hip hop guys, I tried to feature on my own records.
Yeah.
And
so you loved a lot of them. You had a lot like for a lot of Aussie hip hop ones. You had some love for a lot of them. Or?
Yeah, I have love for ones that number one are open minded, and two are just like dope lyricists, and they ain't like hanging off the culture's nuts to get streams and hits.
Yeah, let's go, baby. So who's give me three. Give me three of them. Three of the ones you say those fellas solid.
Like dope, solid.
Yeah, for you. Yeah, Aussie.
Yeah, so I featured a guy named Fat Flow, super underrated. His Stash, but his artist name is Fat Flow. You can hear him on a track I did called My Reality. And he's just super underrated, bro. He's almost like too lyrical. Yeah, Zai was on that hook. We did a film clip.
Oh, Zai,
we shot that. Yeah, we shot that out here. Fat Flow. There was a guy named Slats, guy named Animus. Pretty much all the mixtapes I had.
Yeah.
You know, whoever was like, we'd see him in the cypher, you see him kicking freestyles. Like, I don't care what you sound like, like dope is dope, right? So that's we just featured our guys who we were kicking it with in the same capacity that we do now.
Yeah, I like that, brother. And
Yeah,
like when we're speaking on the phone about the what you got going on, and you're saying, you know, bringing up the boys that you feature on that track with, I don't know, we don't have to speak about it, but in how, you know, you've done work with them for a long time too. So that's cool. It's
yeah,
cool
we dropping that soon. That record's called Click, and we're shooting a film clip for it in 2 weeks. And it's like it's reminiscent of like that track ASAP did called One Train, or similar to a Wu-Tang shit. Just about like not the amount of MCs you can fit on a track, but the amount of quality MCs that you can fit on a track. And I feel like everybody holds their own with their own styles and stuff. Like they're their own like martial arts experts in their own bar work.
Yeah, discipline.
It's what makes it like it's so cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
like
dope,
it's just So I was like, we got to shoot a clip for this. You know, we're all people of culture. You know, like we're all from different, upbringings and everything. And there is a space for it in Oz hip hop. There's a boom bap space, and there is a space if you are from out of town, or if you're black, or if you're indigenous, or if you're mixed and shit like that. It doesn't always just have to be, like one way, or you're not accepted. And like that's where we exist, and we're down with whoever is dope and whoever's down with us. So, the rest can just keep doing what they're doing over there.
That's a shout out to the rest. Over there. Yeah, the rest.
Yeah.
Look, baby, click.
Yeah.
Can we get the bars off that or nah? We're gonna save it for the clip.
You like the spitting it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that. I'll save that for that.
Save that
because it's coming out soon. It's coming out in like.
Oh wait, it's not even out yet. No, save it.
Yeah, it's not even out yet. I'm gonna send you that shit tonight, just so you can.
Listen, but I get you. No, we saved that. Save that, baby. Let's go to click. So who's all on that track? Can you name them at least?
Yeah. So it's myself, my brother Nate One, a Universal, De Niro, a guy named Satchif, a rapper named Scientific, another rapper named Dead Set, Sunny POC, who's a producer, but he also raps.
Oh yeah.
He's from London, so he's got he's got his own style. And DC, or Dantigen, he's my little brother, and we're in a group called 3NA. So, I managed to get both the bros on there, and man, just that's it, man. We just go on 8 bars, back to back, but it came out real fresh, so I wanted to put on the new project.
Yeah, so 3NA, that's you and your 2 brothers. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
You come up with the name? Oh.
Yeah, like it's like a play on the DNA sort of thing, but it's 3 of us, and
I got it. When you said brother, and then because I remember you saying the other brother too before, wasn't there 3NA? No, I get it. It was like
man, they're super underrated. Real like anti-social media, anti-fame, like they ain't care about none of that. But as lyricists, they're real.
Wasn't one a doctor? He's a doctor.
Yeah, one's a doctor, bro. And
Let's go, brother. Shout out to
Bruce, well, you know how I know he was a real one? Because he said to me one day, he goes, he probably didn't want me to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. He said to me, one night I just want to go and treat all the homeless people medically, and not have filmed, and not have.
Wait, that's real. That's real.
That's real. And he just said that like to me in confidence. Like, I just want to go. Let's just go do that shit on some side shit and not even promote it or not put it out there. And that's how I know that he generally cares about, people in general and the Indigenous, First Nations
for real.
And shit like
for real,
that. Yeah.
Well, you know how you said that.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to the brother, man.
Yeah.
What's his name? Which one's that? The doctor one?
Dantigen.
Dantigen, baby.
Yeah,
Dantigen. And the other
You got the
brothers,
Dantigen. Nate one.
Nate one and Dantigen. So Nate
Yeah.
one is Dantigen the nasally one, or which one's the
Nah,
nasal?
Nate one. Nate one is.
Yeah, Ellis got that. Ellis.
Yeah.
Well, shout out
He
to the
got that
boys.
mad like unique style. Like he's got like Andre 3000 kind of. Not that they're anything alike, but you just never know where their bars are gonna go.
What they? Oh yeah, there's no lead ups or anything. It's just
There. You think they're gonna go that way, and then they rhyme with some shit that they said like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah,
You know,
I love that shit. Eh? Andre's just like fucking different, eh, brother?
Yeah, Freeway's like that too. Freeway that was signed to Rockefeller. He's got that
Freeway,
real,
yeah. Well, he was
real
bad too.
unique.
What happened to him?
Man, I think a lot of those guys just kind of got messed over in the whole like Jay transitioning out of Rockefeller. Like, not that I can I don't know personally what happened, but you know, like I felt like Beans and like when Memphis Bleak can't get on and he's Jay's right hand man, then like what chance do the rest of them have? You know,
because he was on to Memphis Bleak. I don't know.
Yeah,
what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, when Jay moved on to his thing, like, where's Memphis at? Like, you don't really see him no more. But
yeah, 100%.
Business.
Who do you think out of, say, like the last, we could say last 15 years? Who's your top three of those last 15 years? If you've been even listening to any of that shit, and off the top of your mind.
Oh, last 15 years. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really like deny what Kendrick's done. Even though he's taking his time to get back to Drizzy. We'll see. I hope he has some after shit. I feel like you can't even discount Game either, like what the Game did, because like, you know, like his like the mixtapes he was dropping, like the 300, 360 bars and shit, like the lyricism
was that 15 or was that like 20 years ago? Nearly.
Oh, maybe 20. I don't even know. 15.
Yeah, but that shit was fucking on, but 100%. 300 balls, 300 balls, whatever. Oh, no, there wasn't that. What the one junior one was the 300 balls. Eh?
Oh, yeah. No, he was just like, he was witty with it, you know, like he dismantled them like lyrically.
And it's me too. Like when you listen to him, you ain't thinking he's like the fucking most like craftiest lyricist ever, but he did. he chopped
he said that shit.
It's just fucking no.
What do you call Lloyd Banks the Cookie Monster? He said Olivia was a man.
Was a man
dressed up.
And then he'll go in interviews and say that I went in the toilet and fucking she's pussy in the fucking urinal like me. Like whether it's true or not, like the bro just put it out there, dude. Like,
got him.
Got him.
Yeah, got him. That shit sticks, you know what I mean?
Remember Stop Stitching, Stop Lying? When he's just trolling, like kind of, hey, that's 50 Cent's house. Remember that shit? Their documentary.
Where he showed up to court.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's just, where's Fiddy at? Where's Fiddy at? Fuck this. That shit would be viral as right now if that was happening.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to say, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, JID and guys like that are dope as well, man. Like, anybody that's keeping lyricism alive, really.
You get into Cole much?
I do. Yeah. I do. I would still say that Forest Hill Drives is my favorite album from him.
I liked a lot of his like fucking his mixtape shit, like fucking the come up and then he warm up and some of that stuff, probably. Even what's that one with like when he jumped on that Lauryn Hill track, when he jumped on Zion, Can I Holler at You?
Yeah.
Like just the story that those bars. Yeah, very special. Never forget the day I met you. We was destined for each other like a son to his mother or a sister and brother. Man, this bond is deep. We go a couple years and it don't even speak, but know it's love though. Can never let them dirty your name. I got the utmost respect for you. Came back home and has to check for you. Where around town is you locked down? You know, bro. But even at the end, how would they say? We speak about time as if we could just buy it back. If only it was that simple. Damn, I miss you. Can I holler at you? Yeah, that's facts. Even that, what's
Man.
that? You know, on that higher one, you remember that old song, Can I Take You Higher? We about to set that bitch on fire.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he
He
says
went
something
in.
about when it talks about meeting that chick, like, and knowing that chick when he grew up, but he was too scared to like to shoot his shot. Then now he's older and he's
Yeah,
got a bit of fame and he's got a name. Now she wants to know him, but in his head he's like, are you like what does he say?
man.
I was plotting on you. I really wish that I'd have got to know you before I blew up and before we grew up and I blew up with these Benjamins. That way I know for sure your love is really genuine. Is you my homie? What show me what kind of friend you is? Too late for turning back. Fuck it, we continue in. Put your ass in that position. I let her bend you in. Come here, like, oh well, that's too late now. But it's right. Like if you get that kind of fame,
Slick with
how
it.
would you ever know if they really love you? You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck could you ever know? I don't know. That shit I just thought was
Yeah,
interesting.
man. It'd be hard. Like, imagine being like M's fame and shit. Like, where you're like
Yeah,
the president. Like, you might
yeah.
find out. That, I mean, the only time they leave your ass is when you know, like you go broke. So that
Yeah.
shit, they could be faking it the whole damn time.
Yeah. Or what if you're like, what if it's like this too? I heard another conversation from somebody. I can't remember who it was. He's like, what if you're not even, because he's like some people, let's say just girls, but it could be reverse, but they might be with you because they think you're like you're about to come into something, and then when you don't
Mm.
come into that something, they leave too. So even though
That's
you was
worse.
broke, yeah,
I feel like
you
that's
was
worse, bro, because then you fucked before and then you fucked after.
yeah. You didn't even get some fucking money too. You didn't
You
have some fun to it.
get
You
the
just
fame
worked
and
the
the
whole time.
success. At least with them fools, like they could just get another one, you know, like they get another one the very next day. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be hard. Like, and then maybe you get one that just wants the clout and just wants to be famous, and they'll do whatever it takes to expose you, even if it ain't true, just to get their face out there. So I don't know. I feel like that would be there'd be some like pretty like shit pitfalls involved with fame and how the internet is, and you know the extent that people go to expose you. And even if they throw some shit out there that isn't true, man, like the damage is done.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
imagine if
what?
Diddy or whatever, for example, turned around now and he was innocent about it. He was innocent of everything, right?
The stigma's always there now
Bro,
forever.
game over,
It's
man. Already,
branded. He's
you
branded,
can't come
brother.
back.
It's
Yeah,
Yellowstone, baby. He's got the mark.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, you
You
get
know?
into any like TV shows in there, brother? Like, or any
Uh,
series or anything?
yeah, I like my horror shit. There's a new
Oh,
one called Them. So
okay.
just THEM on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's like a serial killer. Mind Hunters was another favorite of mine, which is about the guy that was at FBI that first started doing social profiling on serial killers.
Okay.
Um,
Well, he became one, or
um,
nah?
nah, he was an FBI agent and he introduced social profiling in terms of like, you know, where they say like, oh, this serial killer is probably single, probably still lives with his moms,
So he
that
introduced that
shit. So he,
to the
yeah,
FBI.
he introduced that.
Hated that. Wow.
Um, and yeah, I'm into my true crime as well. So a
Into
track
what?
on
What's that?
BPM,
Oh, okay, go. Sorry about
track on BPM is called Israel Keys, and it's about one of the craziest serial killers I've ever heard of. But
that. Okay.
you
Tell
know,
us. What's his name? Tell us a
he
little bit
killed
about him.
more people than like Ted Bundy. And he was just an absolute like psycho. He used to travel like across America just to kill somebody, and then he would travel all the way home. So there was nothing tied to him. He would bury murder kits in the ground. So then when he say he went from like, so he was living in Anchorage, Alaska. He'd say he went out to Colorado. He would already
Oh,
have a
in
murder
Alaska.
kit.
Oh
Yeah, he was
snap!
living in Alaska, bro. So, but he went.
Whoa.
He goes, oh, I'm gonna go to Seattle to kill somebody, and so he would have murder kits. So he would never have weapons or nothing like the cops could pull him over with, he would go all the way there and dig the shit up and then go straight to their house and kill them. But the reason I wrote the record is he actually like broke his rule and he killed someone in his hometown. And he kidnapped a girl called Samantha Koning from a cafe stand in the middle of the night. Took her back to his house, killed her. But what he did was he sewed her eyes open and put makeup on her face to make her seem like she was still alive. Started sending photos to the family, asking for ransom money. But they were already photos of her dead. But he sewed her eyelids open, so they thought she was alive. So that shit is just like stuck with me, man. That's some like next level fucking crazy.
Wow.
Like,
when was this, brother?
When? Maybe like 15 years ago.
Yeah, because you said he's seen the photos, so I'm guessing he did it with a phone.
Yeah. He just did. Yeah, he just did it. It might have been on the phone, and then, but he got the ransom money off her dead body. But at the time, he had done her up, like he made makeup and everything, and she was already dead. Yeah. And then he sawed her up and threw her in the ice, in Alaska or whatever, in a fishing hole. So I was like, man, I gotta make a song about this. So I wrote it in like first person, speaking from his twisted mind and shit. So that's gonna be on BPM.
Yeah, when does that come out, brother? When's that?
That'll be out. That'll be out in August. Okay. So we're gonna be doing a lot of promo. We got a lot of film clips for it, and then we got an album launch in Perth coming out at 17th of August.
When it comes out too, brother, jump back. I mean, you'll probably be on before then in a few times. Jump on vibe with me. But yeah, when it comes out, fucking jump on and let's yarn it, brother. Let's fucking talk about that album. BPM, baby. Yeah. You got to know all the features on there.
Just the homies. Just all the guys on Click. I got my brothers on there. I got a really dope singer named her name's Candice. I've got some of my LA guys, so Rusty Nuggs and Blue the Villain. He's on there as well. Can't forget them. I always try to get them attached to the collaborations. And yeah, man, I just kept it local. I feel like there's so much talent here. Like, it's not always necessary to go outside of the city when people need to hear more of the local artists as well. They're dope as hell.
Fucking oath, brother. Put them on, my brother. Yeah, and I'd like to help you too, brother. If any of them want to come on and have a yarn, brother, let me know.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm sure they'd love that, bro. There's some good stories to tell. Like, I feel like Perth is gonna get its turn. Like Melbourne's had its turn. Sydney, they've had their artists. Adelaide with Hilltop. But like Perth, like I feel like there's some more artists still to come out.
Hopefully we can help that happen, brother. Just by let's collaborate, let's jump on, let's fucking let's share the yarns, and that's what I think is key too. Like for people out there to resonate, what they gotta do is just be given a chance, get their voices out there, brother. If I can grow this platform 100%. as big as I hope to, just to help put people on and stuff and have good yarns and share their stories, it'd be cool. Fucking
bro. Big props for that, man. Like you're a rare one for that. You're a rare one for thinking outside of your own sphere.
Yeah, keen as brother. Like and even like
shit. You're looking out for everybody.
Yeah, well, just anybody that wants to, because at the end of the day, if they don't want to do for them too, then it ain't gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like if they're out here doing, like you say, you've been on your bar work for life, brother. This ain't a game. You know what I mean? This is life for you, brother. And if these people either want to be about that and they're putting in that work and you believe in them, brother, someone that's been in the game for fucking 20+ years, wow, bring them, bro. Let's go. I'll fucking I'm fucking deep into all your music, but I've watched from afar for a long time for sure. And you've collabed with us, my people, my inflation bud, my uncle, and even my bro.
Man.
Other mine. So like,
hell yeah. Shout out to South Centered, bro.
Yeah, brother. Shout out to the unks.
First of all, you gotta make enough money the wrong way till it feel right.
Let's go now, boys.
I've been working my day and night shift. Ooh, that motherfucker came in with it.
Yeah. Did you check that track? Watch the series? Did you see that one of us?
Is that
with,
new?
nah, it's always
He
they
hasn't made
always
music
say,
for a minute, right?
yeah, no, he dropped a song about his son being born in like the last 2
Oh,
years of experiencing the other day. Yeah,
okay.
brother, he just dropped one. I
Oh,
think it
yeah.
was on. Yeah, because he just
Oh,
your
man.
dad.
Yeah, I got to catch up
passed.
with him. Last time I seen him, we were on the same plane, bro. So I just came and sat next to him.
Oh yeah,
We
let's
just
go.
happened to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
on the same plane, flying from Brisbane to Perth. Because my
yeah.
son's out in Brisbane too. So
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's where he's been for the last 6 years or 5 years. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, brother. Yeah, nah, but
He's,
that's what I mean.
he's
If
another one.
if I can help in any way, my brother, literally, like, oh, just come on and talk, brother, because these episodes, like, if they sit amongst anybody else, my thing isn't like
Mhm.
it's not even about platform for me, G. Like whoever has a big platform. My thing is literally stories and people that want to like make a difference, even if it's just in their own circle, brother, or make a difference in their own life and fucking grinding for something and chasing something. That's what I want to talk about. Or someone that's had a live through shit like yourself or whatever,
Yeah,
bruv. What stories, cuz
yeah,
we don't just platforms like you say. Homeless people on the fucking street got stories, baby. You know what I mean?
that's right.
Some of the best
Yeah,
stories. So
yeah,
yeah,
man.
and
It fascinates me that people like me and you just as easy might not even be sitting here in this world having the ability, to be sitting here having this conversation that we wouldn't otherwise have been able to share. So
yeah,
that's where it's at.
that's it, brother. 100%. Like,
Man, Mr. Russian Roulette, bro. Come on, man. Like,
yeah, Mr.
yeah.
Cancer. Hey, brother. the big,
bro,
the big
bro, that's
C.
the episode name right there, Mr. Cancer, Mr. Russian Roulette.
Let's go. Could be a fucking album, baby. No, no. Yeah, let's go. But that's what I think, brother. Like all the work you're doing, yeah, putting these kids on, or young bucks, or up and comers, or brothers who've been in the game for a minute. Fuck, let's put on together. At the top, they collaborate, baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, you only get heat from the bottom, or people that ain't trying to chase dreams, but the people that are trying to chase dreams, you chase dreams alone. You can get there, obviously, but if you chase dreams together, collaborate, it's not that we're chasing the same dream, but like my shit can help someone. Why not, brother? Why not? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anybody new into it, man, just like there will be a lonely period you might feel, but there is people out here that have their best, intentions are like at heart,
Yeah.
and the
And
real
you just gotta
music
put it
and
out
just
here.
appreciate music.
You just gotta like us too. And if you want to, like, if you are alone, fucking reach out. Like even to me myself, like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
like Yan or even Diggy, and
Mhm.
you got some bars, and
Yeah.
you really about their stuff, bro. I'm sure they ever listen. You know what I mean?
100%. Hit us
Just
up.
reach out, man. What
Yeah.
other social? Oh, you gotta send me all those like the proper ones for people to connect, so I can put
Yeah.
them all on the
Everything
thing.
is just under Diggy Dialekt. Just like the name up there, you'll be able to find me.
Yeah, there you go. Type it
No
in,
one
fam.
knows.
Yeah. Oh, that's for the other ones, eh? No, that's for the other ones.
Nah, like there you go. What do they do now? What do they do these days in the club? Yeah, they do that. And well, I want to give one last shout out to my bro, DJ Damo. He's me and him. We run a hip hop night at the Federal every Saturday in Fremantle. So like, come through, kick it. Like, I always got the mic. People come and spit verses. If they're dope. If not, I got the off switch. And I got girls who sing Rihanna and Beyonce, and we just have a good time, man. Like, I'm trying to find the art of emceeing, and like Damo is really good with his DJing, bro. Like he's really good at reading the crowd, which I think is a fine art. So yeah, man. Anybody?
Was that a club, bro? Fuck, I'm not in the scene because was that a pub?
Yeah, it's kind of like a both. So it's a big ass hotel pub, and then we got a big outside garden area, so people come and kick it, smoke, drink, and yeah, it's going really well at the moment.
What time does those happen?
We go from like 8 to 1.
Oh, okay, all right.
8 to 1 every Saturday, milkshake Saturdays.
Okay.
So yeah, come through and kick it.
Yeah, I'll come through, my brother. I don't know when, but one of these Saturdays for sure. I'll come
Yeah,
through.
definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's enough for this time, man, my brother. I think we covered
sure,
plenty.
Man.
It's fucking like nearly 3 hours. Yeah, the boys. Let's
Yeah,
go. But this ain't the last
that's
time we
good.
work together, my man. That's just the first.
All right,
So
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
shout
brother.
out to everybody out there, like, you know, supporting and tapping into the music and supporting the bro as well. Like, this
Yep.
is like, I feel like it's a new era for everybody to, you know, come out and, you know, like also have some unity in the industry. So
100%, bro. Make sure you get behind the brother and all the anybody that he puts on. Like you got to think if he's been in the game this long and been through all he's been through, and also just beat cancer and he smells things a lot better. The bars are probably even better since cancer. So you got to think the man if he's co-signing someone, they're probably on. So and if you can't
100%.
co-sign someone, send them my way, brother. I'm keen to have a yarn with them. But I'll see you soon anyway. See you in the next couple of weeks, probably.
Yeah,
So,
good.
yeah, big
Definitely,
love, man.
brother.
Follow
Thanks
the
for
brother,
having me on,
man.
man.
Let's go. Let's put
All
perf
right.
on, bro. Let's put perf on, bro. I've been
Yeah,
there for a
let's
while.
go.
Let's go. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.